about to start in a minute, guys. We about to start in a minute. Get ready. And remember, guys.
I'm only human. I'm only human.
Shout out to y'all, man. We're about to start in a second.
I'm only human. I'm only human.
I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
It's my opinion. I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral. I'm a game influencer. I'm a game influencer. I'm a game influencer. It looks like DLC. It looks like DLC. I'm only human. I'm only human.
Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Cut the cap. They're an anomaly. But this is great. But this is great for gamers. What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And boy, oh boy, it feels good to be back. I said, boy, oh boy, it feels good to be back. And I know what you're thinking. Damn, Persona, you've been on it lately with the shows. Listen, I have been fired up. You hear me? I'm fired up. But listen, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm only human.
you guys to forgive me. You guys to forgive me, okay?
I'm only human.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying to give you the best content that I can. I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to give you some good entertainment.
I'm only human.
But I'm only human. Right? But I do appreciate y'all coming back every time to rock out with your boy, man. Y'all know I always appreciate it, always and forever. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. So, we got some good stuff to talk about today. Hey, yo, listen. I don't know what has been going on in this gaming community. I just don't know. But we got to talk about it, man. We really got to talk about it because it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. So, you know, we always going to talk about the crazy stuff and gaming and y'all know how we do things here, man. It's crazy. It is crazy, but it has to be talked about. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It has to be talked about because this I can't even talk. That's how flustered I am. I am flustered. Okay. Yo, let me know real quick as well. Do I sound clear? Is everything good on y'all end? Because my GoPro XLR, it updated. So sometimes when it updates, it wigs out. So let me know if the sound is not right. It sounded good on my end, but I want to make sure it's good for y'all. Oh, it's clear? All right, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. But where am I, man? Hold up. I got to go through my whole intro, how I do things, man. So shout out. So if you're at work, I hope I could get you through your work day. If you're at home, or if you're coming home from work, I hope I could get you through your commute home from work. If you're at home cooking, cooking dinner for the family, doing homework with the kids or whatever the case you may be doing, I hope I could get you through your session. Listen, you might be taking a shower. I don't know. I just appreciate you turning on when Persona speaks while you wash your body, get clean. Cleanliness is closer to godliness. You understand? Now listen, you might be having the maritals with your significant other. I don't know. I just appreciate you putting me on during your session. You understand? You saying, baby, listen, we gonna do what we do, but I got to put on this when Persona speaks. You feel me? I just appreciate you. Honestly, you putting me on. I'm honored. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I do appreciate you tuning in, and I hope I can make your day just a little bit better. Especially if you're having a bad day. I hope I can bring some laughs and some enjoyment to you for today, man. I appreciate all of you. But where are my manners? We got to shout out the chat. Y'all know how we do things here. J Gamer UK in the building. J Gamer, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Strictly Gaming in the building. Strick, what's good, bro? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Strick too, man. Strick had a really good video earlier today that he put out, man. A lot of good knowledge you dropped in there, man. Shout out to Strick. Nick, what's good? Nick, appreciate you. Cyber Dragon in the building. Cyber, what's good, bro? Jesus Morales, appreciate you. He says driving 2-hour commute home. Hey, man, I hope I can get you through your commute. Jesus, man, appreciate you rocking out with us. Yo, the unknown, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. He says auto-tune stream window. I'll try that one day. Yo, John the Don, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Young Brit B, what's going on with you? Lorenzo Carson in the building. Lorenzo, how you feeling today, man? He said D Torbor, what's good, man? Appreciate you. He says your voice too low. Is it? They saying it's good. Bro C, bro son, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, D, what's going on with you? Star Guardian 88 in the building. Star Guardian, what's good, bro? Yo, Kyle Ward 789, how you feeling today? Appreciate you. Tarana, what's going on with you? Miss Duffy, appreciate you. Yo, Viper Reaps in the building. Shout out to Viper. Listen, man, give your flowers to Viper in the chat, man. Over on the Whoops channel, man. He does our timestamps and everything, man. He's overall good dude, man. Shout out to Viper. I've been rocking with us for a minute. Carl Anchor, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Bird in the building. Bird, what's good, bro? He says, we in here been watching some Law and Order. Glad to announce I am now a detective. Oh shit. Dun, dun. How the Law and Order sound go? Dun, dun. I gotta get that on the soundboard. Oh, I gotta get the Law and Order sound on the soundboard. Ooh, the brain is working today. Oh, by the next show, I will definitely have the Law and Order sound on. Absolutely. Yo, Jeff B Gaming. Jeff, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Object to be, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. Yo, Sergeant 13, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Magnificent Black in the building. Magnificent, what's good with you, bro? 8K Dual Sensible in the building. 8K, what's up, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, JD33, what's good, bro? A Lurker, what's good? He says, I'm watching YouTube, so I'm a YouTuber, I guess. Yo, shout out to Lurker. Appreciate you. Yo, it's me, baby 80. What's good? Work just got a whole lot better. Hey, man, hope I could get you through your work session. I appreciate you. Who else, man? I'll make sure I get everybody. Yo, Philip K in the building. Yo, Philip, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Arcade Gamer in the building. DDP 540. What is good, bro? Appreciate you. Who else is here, man? Shout y'all out, man. Make sure I get it. Yo, Dark Prince 6606. Dark Prince, what's good, bro? Appreciate you always, man. Yo, Freddy 214, what's good, Freddy? True Bleed 420, what's good, bro? D Truth 49, D Truth, what's good, bro? Requiem of Demons, the best name on YouTube. Shout out to Requiem of Demons, man. Shout out to my bro. Good boy, good people's out there, man. Who else is here, man? Yo, Blue Mustang 357, what's good, bro? Black Frost in the building. Appreciate you, bro, coming through. Who else is here, man? Y'all know I'm trying to get all y'all. J Doggy, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Dark Artemis in the building. Dark Artemis, what's good, bro? It's a persona sounding crispy. Thank you, sir. You know, I try, but at the end of the day,
I'm only human.
You know what they say, Dark Artemis. Yo, Paradoxor, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Eon 8, what's going on with you? Ice Queen Gaming in the building. Appreciate you. A Stone in the building, aka Miss Catwoman. Catwoman, how you feeling today, mom? Appreciate you. Baby D1392, what is going on with you, bro? Strictly, I don't know if I said what's up to Strictly. Yo, Strick, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Dewan, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Dwayne, not Dewan. Stardust is Zero. Stardust, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. J Lou 83. J Lou, what's good, bro? Terry Henderson, what's good? Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody, man. Yo, round of applause for the folks in the chat, man. Yo, C Fresh 2180, what's up, bro? Appreciate you. All right, man. I got. You know what? I'm feeling good today, man. Another round of applause for the people in the chats. I'm feeling really good today. I bought a new Starbucks cup. A nice red. I was at Starbucks today. Getting my actually I didn't get coffee today from Starbucks. I got this one of my homegirls was telling me about this dragon fruit lemon refresher shit. This is like a while ago. They were telling me about this. So I was like, all right, let me check it out. And so I had that today. And I ain't gonna lie, that dragon fruit was it was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. And I seen the cup. I was like, I was waiting online at Starbucks. I saw the cup. I was looking. The cup was like $20. I'm like, the fuck for a cup? I hope that cup come with some money in it or something. Is it a porter to Narnia or some shit like that? Shit, $20. What's going on? So I was staring at the cup for like 5 minutes, and the Starbucks that I go to, they know me. So, it's like, you want that car? I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. And I was like standing there for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll grab the cup. And I I bought the cup, man. It was all red, a nice size, pause. I was like, screw it, I'll grab the cup. It is what it is. I like it, so I'm happy. So I got my Starbucks cup with water. Water is inside the cup with some ice and some water. So we good, right? All right. Oh, and shout out to the person that just subscribed to the channel. I hope you I hope you enjoy your stay here. Stone said, Persona, try the pink drink. It's lit. I think I did. I did try the pink drink. I did. The pink drink with the coconut milk, right? I did try that. If that's what you're talking about, Stone, I did try that. But this other one, my homegirl was telling me about, so I was like, all right, I was looking at the menu. I never really look at the Starbucks menu because, like, I already know what I'm there for. Vanilla iced coffee with milk. That's what I get. Vanilla iced coffee milk. That's it. Venti vanilla iced coffee milk. So I don't really need to look at the menu, but for some reason I was looking at the menu today and I seen it and I was like, huh, you know what? Ain't that the drink you were telling me about? I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me grab that. She was like, oh, no coffee today? I was like, no. Let me get that. And when when Shorty behind the counter, when she gave me the drink, she was like, oh, no coffee today? I was like, nah. I wanna try this. She's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be really good. You're gonna enjoy it. See you next time, back. They always so nice in Starbucks. It's it's kind of strange to a degree. I'm just like, are you paid to be this nice, or are you actually this nice in person? Like outside of work. I always wonder that sometimes. Yo, Stealth, what's good, bro? Luca in the building. Luca, what's good? All right, shout out to Viper Reapman for the $20 super chat, super duper whooper. He says, my daughter is 11. I asked her if watching me play video games made her a gamer. She said no. That makes me a gaming fan, not a gamer. What dumbass? Wait, what'd she say? Not a gamer. What dumbass? Who did that? To which I said, you cuss in school, huh? LOL. Hey, yo, shout out to first off, Viper. You raising her right, okay? Hey, Viper, you are most definitely raising her right. Blessings, you understand? Blessings, you understand? Because, yo, listen, that is the question that we all are asking. You understand? Here's the crazy thing, right? Today we gonna get into it today, guys. We gonna get into it because this has to stop. This has to stop. Now, let me put the disclaimer out there. Mooch, what's good? Who's yelling? Stop yelling. Shout out to Mooch. Okay, so let me put the disclaimer, right? I know somebody's going to watch this show or probably watching this show now, and they're like, oh, well, Persona, are you trying to gatekeep the gaming community? Yo, get on the sticks. What's good, bro? Are you trying to gatekeep the gaming community, Persona? And it's like, I'm trying to gatekeep my gaming circle. Sure, yeah, let's go with that. Because realistically, you can't gatekeep, millions and millions of people from playing games. But that's not what the problem is here, ladies and gentlemen. The problem isn't about some elitist mindset of, oh, I'm better than you because my gamer score is higher. Mary, what's up? Shout out to Mary, appreciate you. Neil, what's good? Neil Augusto, what's up? That's not what this is about. Yo, foxing around Austin, what's good, bro? That's not what this is about. You understand? None of this has to do with elitism. It doesn't matter if your gamer score is 5,000, 10,000, or 30,000, or 1,000,000. That's not what this is about. It's about just being a gamer. The problem is that in this community, and with a lot of the influencers and the checkmark brigade and people that hold a higher position, they want to change the rules because they want to change the rules to fit them or fit their group or fit their crew, because the more inclusive they make someone feel, the easier they are to manipulate. Let me say that again. The more inclusive you make someone feel, the easier they are to manipulate. Yo, Ash, what's good, man? Appreciate you. I'll say it one last time. The more inclusive you make somebody feel, the easier they are to manipulate. The problem in this community is, and the reason I decided to do this show today was I was in a space yesterday with Karba or Omar. Shout out to Omar Karba Ace. He go by like 5 different names, Space God, whatever you want to call him. Shout out to Omar, because I was in a space and I talked real quick or whatever, but I was just thinking about it, man, and like thinking about like everything that happened this week, and then seeing the lady that had made the tweets that she made about if you watch gaming then you're a gamer and all that other shit. And I was just like, yo, man, I want to I want to put my thoughts out there, because I think it's one of those things where it's important that this stuff gets voiced, right? You don't want to sit on your thoughts. You want to be vocal, right? Obviously respectfully, right? You don't want to call people out their name and all that crazy shit. Absolutely, we don't condone that here. We don't advocate for that. But I do think people being able to put their thoughts out there and disagree. See, and we were talking about this when we were talking about the Miss Diaz geek chick, where, you know, when it comes to gaming, thoughts and opinions and things like that, no one is above reproach. No one is above a debate. No one is above getting checked. No one is above a disagreement, right? I've said this before, where a lot of people want you to take what they say on social media at face value with very little to no pushback. Any type of pushback, you're deemed as a threat. Any type of pushback, you're deemed as causing duress or you know, harassment or whatever, all this crazy shit that people, all these are like buzz and trigger words, like harassment, attacking and all that. Those are trigger words to kind of trigger words of like a defense mechanism. Saying like crazy shit like that, you're like, oh, you're attacking me, right? Like that would make someone want to kind of back down a bit, because, you know, they don't want to look like some type of weirdo that's like, you know, like attack, harass, all that stuff. Those are really strong words that hold a lot of meaning. So you got to be careful. And, you know, words have power, man. You know, the power of the tongue. Get your minds out the gutter. The power of the tongue is crazy, right? When it comes to words, you understand? Words are very powerful, very, very powerful, especially used effectively and correctly. You get what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I love to ask questions, because oftentimes people don't know how to explain their thoughts and opinions. But, oh yeah, pause. So when it comes to this whole situation of what is a gamer, right? That is the question of today. What is a gamer, right? We've dealt with this with the whole DLC situation of, you know, you had a lot of people. Yo, Samuel Porter, what's good, bro? Yo, Star Crady, what's good, man? Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. You had a lot of people with the whole DLC thing. They were trying to flip what that meant. You know, we know that DLC is downloadable content and it's an add-on to an existing game, right? And, you know, with the whole thing of God of War Ragnarok and people trying to call God of War Ragnarok DLC and all this crazy shit, that whole stuff that was happening, you know, people were trying to flip the term and try to use it to their advantage, use it to fit their argument. You feel me? That same thing is happening here with gaming. And this stuff tends to only happen on social media, where you have a lot of people who tend to try to change what a word means to fit their argument, right? And obviously, depending on who's saying certain things, we may take things differently, right? So for instance, say you and your friends, y'all are out, you know, or y'all like, you know, at the crib or whatever, and y'all cracking jokes, right? And one of your friends says, you know, you crack a joke that's so funny, and your friends are like, ha ha ha, you know, laughing, and they'd be like, oh, ha ha ha, you so stupid, ha ha ha, you so stupid. Because of who's saying it, it's not meant to be something that should be taken offense to, right? But if you were at work and you were in a meeting and your coworker said, oh, well, are you stupid or something? You so stupid, right? It's taken a different way. The meaning still means the same thing, but depending on who's saying it, it's taken a different way. But it still means the same thing. It's all about how you take it. the same thing does not apply when it comes to these labels that we tend to put on ourselves when it comes to how we identify as when it comes to our hobbies. So a hobby of a gamer, right? By the definition term, a gamer is someone who plays games. That is not like, matter of fact, Miriam, I need to talk to you for a second. Miriam, can you pull up the dictionary for me, please? Dictionary, D-I-C-T-I-O-N-A-R-Y. Miriam, I need to talk to you. Gamer. I need to talk to you because I got a question.
Gamer.
Oh, gamer. He sounds very angry. Why are you so angry, sir?
Gamer.
Gamer. Yo, y'all hear how you say that shit?
Gamer.
Gamer. Why you sound like that, bruh? You good? Why you so angry? What's wrong with you, bruh? Gamer. So, all right. What is the definition of a gamer, right? Is a player who is a game, no, not the first one, it's the second one, a person who plays games. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. It is a person who plays games. Now, shout out to Viper, again, with him and his, in the conversation he had with his daughter, where, you know, someone who watches you play games, so like say you and your significant other, they're not really into gaming, but they watch you play games. They could be a fan of gaming, but they themselves are not a gamer. Just because, you know, oh, I'm a gamer by association, all that stupid shit. None of that applies here. Are you serious? Every time I stream, every time. It's crazy. So by definition, a gamer is someone who plays games. You need to actually play the games. Yo, that's Smitty. Smitty, thank you for subbing to the channel. Appreciate you. You have to play games. There is no way of getting around that. It doesn't matter how long you play games or how long you've played games, right? When you know, and I think that's where a lot of people get a lot of this stuff misconstrued. A lot of people think, oh well, you know, if someone says they're a gamer because they watch like Twitch streams or whatever, and you correct them and say, no, you're a fan of gaming, but you're not a gamer because you're not actually playing the games. A lot of people take offense to that because they think that you're trying to be elitist or gatekeeper-ish or gatekeepery or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that's not the case. It's by definition, you have to play games in order to be a gamer. Now you could say, hey, look, I'm a fan of gaming. I don't play games myself, but I'm a fan of it. I like watching, you know, tournaments and all that other stuff. That's a different thing. It's like, all right, cool. Because I'm a gamer, but I'm also a fan of gaming as well. I watch tournaments. I've gone to tournaments. I like watching gameplay. I watch streams and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, I play games as well. And a lot of people think when you say, oh, well, a gamer is someone that plays games, a lot of people take offense to that because they think you're trying to be elitist or be a gatekeeper, right? And they think, oh, well, you know, are you trying to compare your gamer tag to mine? Your gamer tag's got to be this and that. No, not at all. Like, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this abundantly clear. Because I think the message is getting lost on social media. Like with the whole credentials thing, are you verifiable? All of it, and this is what happens when people tend to take what I say or what people say in this community and not necessarily try to understand what's being said, but rather try to respond or be in their feelings when they're receiving the information. Like me, I have a very analytical brain, right? My brain is very analytical. I'm always thinking, you know, 4 steps ahead. Like I'm very logical, analytical. Like my brain, that's how my brain works, right? You know, I remove the emotion from the conversation. A lot of people have a problem of removing emotions from a conversation, from a debate, right? Or even if you're just talking about opinions, right? A lot of people can't leave their emotions at the door before they get to the conversation. That's a problem. That's a problem because when you're receiving the information, you're not receiving the information to understand what's being said. You're listening you're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. And this is a big problem in the community. It's a big problem in journalism and in these influencer land and Yellow Chair Brigade land and all these other crazy places. It's a problem because it's not something that's necessarily, the conversation is not genuine. They're not really trying to understand why what's being said is being said. They just feel that, oh, you're trying to gatekeep me. Yo, King Gut, what's up, man? Appreciate you for subbing to the channel. What they're saying is, oh, you're trying to gatekeep me from being able to experience and enjoy gaming. And that's not the case. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of what I've said, what people have said in this industry, in this community, it's been misconstrued. So let me lay it all out on the table for you. A gamer is someone who plays games, not watches games, not you know, not reading game magazines or reading game articles or being a game journalist. Even a journalist that writes about games isn't a gamer, because again, by definition, a gamer is someone who plays games. So if a gaming journalist is not playing games, by the definition, he or she is not, or let me say they are not a gamer. Point blank. Now, by being a gamer, does that mean that you have to have a million gamer score, 10,000 trophies and all this craziness? Absolutely not. Being a gamer is just someone who plays games. Even if you started gaming this generation, last generation, or back during the NES and Sega days in the 80s and 90s. A gamer is just someone who plays games. It does not matter where you play them. You play them on the computer, you play them on Xbox, a PlayStation, a Nintendo. You are a gamer if you play games. That's it. That is the definition. That's what it is. Unequivocally, unanimously, that is what it is. Gamer score and amount of trophies have nothing to do with it. Yo, Barry, what's good, bro? Yo, shout out to the other half of Whoops in the building. Shout out to the other half of Whoops. Let me be. Yo, Barry. Yo, Barry does it the best. I can't do it as good as Barry, man. Let me be. Let me be. Hey, yo, shout out to Barry. Yo, Barry, if you want to come through and talk about this with me, let me know. That is what a gamer is. It's just someone who plays games. Trophy score and achievement score have nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. Nothing. Nothing at all. It has nothing to do with that, right? Let me get you super chats real quick before I continue. Yo, Stir Crazy, what's good, man? He says, I watch the NBA. I'm a basketball player. Absolutely not. You say you come through. All right, I'm in the lock. Speak from the heart. Yo, Fei Long, what's good? Appreciate you for the super. He says, I love watching the NFL, so I'm guessing that makes me a professional football player. Sure, by social media's definition. But this is great for gamers. By social media's definition, sure, you are. Hey, listen, Stir Crazy, you're an NBA player by social media's definition. Fei Long, you're an NFL player by social media's definition. Now, in the real world, where life happens in the real world, not on social media. In the real world, you ain't an NBA player. You ain't an NFL player. It's not happening. Yo, shout out to Luca. Appreciate you, mama. She says, met a new chick last night and spent 15 minutes looking through her channel and profile to confirm she got gameplay and is a girl. Gotta be careful. Hey. Hey, yo, listen. Hey. Yo, listen. Luca, I hear you. You got to do that with everybody these days. Not just you know, women gamers, everybody. But that goes to the second point. Yo, JFK says, my man Persona, the type of genuine to make the real leather jealous. What up, Playboy? Hey, yo, JFK, appreciate you, bro. Always. This goes to my second part. right? Because the trophies and achievements don't matter to make you a gamer. As long as you play games, that's the criteria. That's the bare minimum. Just playing games. You play games, you're a gamer. Now, the whole thing of are you verifiable and checking your trophy scores and achievements and stuff like that, I don't know how many times I've explained it. Bari has explained it. BG, I don't know how many times I've explained this, but for some reason it gets misconstrued every time. The question of are you verifiable only applies to someone who you need to verify if they are a gamer, because the shit that they're saying about a game ain't adding up, especially if you've played the game. That is when the question of are you verifiable comes up. It's not a check to say, oh, well, you coming into this conversation, you got to put your gamer score first. Your gamer score's got to be a certain level. Absolutely not. Although I do advocate gatekeeping your gaming circles, but we'll get to that later. Whoa, is that Jay Bari? Is that Bari in the building with the best list on YouTube? Oh shit! That man sound relaxed, man. That man sound like he just came from a spa or some shit. What's going on? You kind of relaxed, bro. What's going on over there, brother? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it.
Me, but
oh damn, I had you muted the whole time. My fault. They could hear you. They hear you now. They hear you now. Go ahead.
Nah, like I said, I'm just chilling, man. I got a brewski in my hand. Finished doing these COVID tests.
Yes, sir.
And, I mean, we in here like swimwear. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But like I was asking, I said, why are people so inclined to hide their trophies or achievements, but they're claiming that they're not trying to gatekeep gaming, or they're so open for everyone to be a gamer, but them themselves is like so, like hiding everything. They're so private, so secretive with everything that they do when it comes to and pertains to gaming.
Because you know what it is? Because when it comes to those type of people who tend to hide their stuff and always talking about this game, that game, or they're not really playing any games or showing gameplay and stuff like that, it's because they don't want to get exposed. They know that if they were to show their gamer score, as much as they talk about gaming, as much as they in spaces and doing all this other shit, if they actually were to show their gamer score and how much they big up and talk about gaming, it would be an embarrassment amongst their peers.
Yeah, because the audio ain't matching the visual. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Like the other day, I'm pretty much telling that nobody is gatekeeping gaming. We're protecting gaming. We don't want these people that don't really enjoy this hobby or don't really play video games within the hobby try to dictate what us as gamers should want or play or stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like somebody that don't play fighting games, but they're dictating what's good for a fighting game, and that can ruin your experience when it comes to somebody that's been playing fighting games for years.
Hey, yo, hold on, my fault. Hey, yo, Strick and Luca Stone, if y'all want to come through, let me know. I'll put the link out. Pull y'all down into the lock chat. Go ahead, Bart. Continue. My fault.
Is Luca not a mod in this Discord? Or anybody? I know Strictly's probably one, right?
I think Strictly is. Luca says she coming.
But nah, man, I just find it strange that we are so quick to use words like gatekeeping when no real gamer is really trying to lock anybody out of gaming. You know what I mean? Nobody's trying to lock you out of gaming. We're just trying to verify if you game or not. We're trying to verify what type of gamer you were. I think that's just natural in any social, like whatever area or in social media in general. You know what I mean? People like to categorize things, or they find a certain sector that they can bond with or chill with. You know what I mean? Like I said, the RPG guy is more inclined to talk to other RPG guys. So yeah, you're gaming, you're a gamer. You might not play RPGs, but just because the RPG guy don't want to, I guess communicate with you or talk with you doesn't mean that they're locking you out of gaming. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing, though, Barry. A lot of people want to be a part of kind of like the in crowd, like, you know, like your lunch table analogy. You know, a lot of people want to be a part of the in crowd conversation. They want to be a part. They want to be at the forefront of that because they feel like I should be allowed here, regardless if I'm gaming or not, just because it's a game. It's in a gaming public forum, and it's like, no, there still needs to be some type of bylines and certain things, guidelines and things that you have to abide by, because again, in any other hobby, this stuff does not happen, because the people who are fronting or who are posers or whatever the case may be, they get exposed on the spot. Like, you know, they get excommunicated, like they out of there. You get what I'm saying?
You're not going to like a basketball court and you have like a soccer ball or a baseball trying to shoot hoops. You know what I mean? People, you might get away with it, but when people's trying to get serious and trying to play, they're gonna look at you weird, like, what the hell are you doing? That's not even the right sport. That's all we're pretty much doing in the gaming community, or quote unquote community, is that, yeah, we're not gatekeeping, but yeah, we're kind of like policing, because we want to protect our hobby. You know what I mean? We want the best for our hobby. And these check marks and these quote unquote influencers, they are scared of that, because they see that people are getting a voice, people are voicing their opinions, and people are being heard, and they want to be the ones to be heard. They want to be the ones to represent people, you know, the pretty much the game and politician and all that stuff. So it's a different war. It's not the council war. It's the verified war, or the checkmark war. You know what I mean? That's what it really is.
That's what I'm saying. It's gamers versus influencers and the check marks, right? And it's not all check marks. It's the influencer check marks and, you know, journalists and stuff like that, because the lack of integrity, objectivity, and respect for gaming is just not had. And a lot of people are trying to change the rules to level the playing field so that they can just do what they want.
Hey, yo, listen,
like I said at the beginning.
I need to bring that back, man. Respect gaming. Remember when people was like, what the hell? I keep saying that, Barry. Respect gaming. You keep hashtagging that. People used to get upset with me when I was hashtagging that, where they will mute the actual hashtag. Like Kofi muted that, because now I was driving home a point. A lot of people don't respect gaming. You know what I mean? They want to come in here, they want to make their money and keep it pushing, but they don't really respect the craft. You know, the sit downs and the sessions that you have in gaming, the story, the gameplay. You know what I mean? Yeah, it goes deep, man. You know what I mean? People just go on a surface level when it comes to gaming. You know what I mean? They think they play like 30 minutes in a game and feel like they can just come out and have these deep thoughts, you know what I mean? Or say a game sucks, or give a game a score, you know, because you put 30 minutes to 2 hours to a game without really exploring a game. You just started up and booted up a game and you quick to say, oh, this parry system sucks, without you sitting down and actually trying to explore and learn a game. It goes deep, man. People don't respect gaming at all.
Well, that's why I always thought that the like when it comes to like a lot of reviews and stuff like that, like how they are very surface level with their explanations of games, or even just random people on social media, very surface level. And I think a lot of that is very disingenuous, because you're not really giving any details, right? You know how like someone to say, oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. Why? Because of Cloud. That's it. Like, you know, like I talk about.
They know that a comment like that will pull people in, or the crowd will start to gather. What's that?
No, straight. Go to. Oh yeah, there y'all go. Y'all there. Let me pull y'all down.
I can pull them if you want.
Yeah, I pulled them down.
I'm on my mobile though, but
I pulled them down. Yeah, we in.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, just let me know. You know, Discord doesn't like me, so.
Yeah. Hey man,
you sound good. Sound clear.
We got the ooh-wees out here, man. We got the big folks out here. I'm loving this.
Okay.
Yo, Strict Luca, what's up, man? Talk.
What's goody, my boy?
What's going on, fam? What up, G?
What up?
I know y'all gonna keep it real, and I'm glad we got a lady here as well.
Luca was going in a little bit.
Yo, she was going in
last night.
Last night and this morning. I see it.
Listen, I'm just minding my whole ass business as per usual. I don't know.
I ain't no mind no business.
Yeah. Like, listen, at the end of the day, when these chicks come through and they say stuff like this, they make the rest of us look bad. All right. I hate to say it, but it's just how it is. So, I had to say something. I didn't have a choice. I was like, Miss, ma'am, come on, please cut that out, And it really doesn't help that there's a bunch of like Xbox guys just rushing to defend her. And it's not because she's a woman, it's because she's repping Xbox, And it's like, I actually had somebody try and argue with me about what she said, only for her to confirm, like, no, I did mean it like this, and this is why I said it. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, it's just like, it's so silly. And what I mean by confirming what she said that the Xbox PR chick or whatever, she was like, the one who said
the global marketing.
Yeah. She said that she was receiving targeted hate, and I was just like, targeted hate usually prefers to hate crimes, right? I don't know if that's the right word you want to be using. And she actually did confirm with me. She's like, no, they're talking about my gender. And I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that falls under that definition then. That makes sense. Yeah. And it sucks that it even
people was actually attacking her because she's a female.
Yeah. And I think someone called her like part of the short bus or something like that. Which is
chill. That's the most you capping. Ain't nobody said that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Crazy. But I was like, I and so I was just like, okay. But like overall, what she said, like the whole, if you watch games, you're a gamer. At the end of the day, she used the wrong definition, and it's really as simple as that. I've had dudes try to give me like think pieces. Well, actually, Luca, if you really suck dick, then blah blah. It's like, bro, like cut it out, man. Like cut it out. Like no one is trying to hear any of that stuff.
The extremes, right?
Like she just used the wrong word. It's fine. Like she just used the wrong definition. It's all right. It's all good. Like we and I did see her going back and forth with a couple people, and she was like, I think you guys are missing my point. It's like, no, we understand what your point is. You just said it incorrectly. That's all. Like, it's really as simple as that. All she had to say was, listen, gaming's for everyone. We should all be inclusive, blah, 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 and leave it at that. Like, if you play games, you play games, and that's it. But because she said that silly thing about if you watch games, you're a gamer, that's why everyone was dogpiling her. And honestly, rightfully so. You shouldn't just, like, expect to be left alone if you say something that is just not true, or can be easily dismantled in terms of a perspective. So
or just actual definition.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
But that's the thing that makes it worse though, because it's like a lot of people were giving her the real definition, and she was hiding their replies and
she was
trying
doing
to
that,
making excuses, and I'm just like, bruh, what
I didn't even know
going
Twitter
on
you can even do that, to be honest with you.
I didn't either.
People be on some coward shit, bro.
But it's just like, come on, man. Like this is one of the big problems in social media and in the community, gaming community. It's just like, everyone just want to be right, man. The need to be right. It's tragic. Strick, what's good, bro? Talk to us, man. Talk to us about all this craziness, man. What's going on in the community? Is it because ain't no games really? Is this PlayStation fault? They ain't releasing no games. What's going on, man? Talk to us.
I be gaming. You know the vibes. I mean, hey, man, like. You know what's going on. Starfield get delayed. You know what I'm saying? People out here not gaming, saying it like there's just a bunch of people that just really want influence, man. That's really all it is. And when you they just be, it's like a drug or something, dude. It's like instead of like organically growing a community or whatever you want to call it, for being a real gamer, you're not even a real gamer. You're just trying to meet people in game and just to gain a following, gain influence just for shits and giggles. And that ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? Because we really value gaming. We spend so much time gaming. So we protecting it, you know what I'm saying? Like Barry said, like I'm gonna protect something I value. Simple as that.
Yep. Every other hobby does this. You know what I mean? You go to any hobby that, people love and adore, and you come in there with some rah-rah or some bullshit like, oh, I don't need to do this in this hobby. Yeah, they'll kick you right out. Only gaming is everybody's like, oh, no, we'll accept you. Oh, you don't have to play a game.
And not to mention, a lot of us came from rough neighborhoods, rough backgrounds. So this shit kept us out of trouble, So
absolutely,
there's real value there. That's as easy as I could put it.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact though, man. not running the streets and stuff like that, or getting locked up and all that crazy stuff, you know, that has helped a lot of people, you know, including myself, in with like staying out of trouble, man, not becoming a statistic and stuff like that.
Yo, Persona, remember that story you told me about when you watch Paid in Full, you wanted to be a drug dealer, but gaming saves you from it?
Hell no, even though I love Paid in Full, that's one of my movies, man, but
yeah, for me, I actually have a different perspective. I didn't grow up in a rough neighborhood, but I have depression, and actually getting into gaming kept me from offing myself a couple of times. So that's why it's important to me, you know? And I know that there's other people where it's like, it's a great form of escapism. It's a positive form of escapism, as long as you're not neglecting real life stuff for it or whatever. But for the most part, it is like just a really good thing. And you know, I do feel strongly about gaming. I do enjoy it quite a bit. I am someone who plays very specific types of games and just has a good time with them. So I just think it's odd. Like, this is an odd space that we exist in, where people can just pretend like they're a part of something and they're not. It's like they're infiltrators, you know? At the end of the day, they're infiltrators. And it's like, for me, I don't feel any remorse for the people who end up getting manipulated by them, because it's just so obvious what they're doing that it's like, you got to be an idiot to get manipulated by them, in my opinion. So I don't know. It sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It definitely really sucks. I wish things were not like this, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, there is a divide in this space that we exist in. It's a us versus them. And the biggest issue is that we're all two sides of the same coin, and the people with the check marks, the people who exist in the industry who want to look down on us, they're a part of the issue as well. Like, they participate in this nonsense, but they just act like they're better than us, which is what my issue is.
Because they got a check mark.
Yeah.
They need.
But that's the thing. I think
that's real talk, though.
I would even argue for a lot of the stuff that happens, or I guess on our side of the gaming community, I think a lot of the influencers and journalists, they perpetuate a lot of that stuff. I think a lot of that stuff it started because of them. You know, a lot of it is started, and what happens is they'll say specific things or very volatile things, and then when the heat comes down, they want to this is why I can't. This is why I can't be. This is why I don't come on social media. This is why I don't do this, because you guys make this so less fun. My man's like everything is not just going to be taken with sunshine and rainbows, bruh.
Yo, and that's the true gatekeepers right there, because once again, they are trying to silence you. You know what I mean? Like, these guys or, you know, females, they want to come off and be the representative of gamers and representing you, the gamer, because they have a certain following or they have influence, right?
Yeah.
But they're the same people that will quickly mute you, block you, if you have any type of criticisms to anything that they have to say.
Or unfollow you because you don't fit in with whatever agenda they're currently pushing.
Luca, crazy.
That happened the other day.
Yeah, man. I was gonna talk on that, but since y'all brought it up, you feel me?
Well, I'm just like I said before, real quick. I have been in this community for about 5 years, going on 6. So I saw what kind of person Tony was before he got that check mark and before he started working actively in the industry. It's absolutely baffling to see him do a complete 180, you know, when this is the same pony, because that's what he was, a pony who was talking about bashing bots' brains in without any remorse, you know? And it's just like, it's insane. It's like, now it's all positivity in Xbox, and I'm just like, okay, bud, whatever.
The funny thing about Tony is that we always had that understanding, like, you know, it's just a New York thing, man. Like, there's a certain, like, I always talk to Persona and tell Persona, there's a certain way I would approach people that's due to where they're from. I know it's bad, but there's a certain thing with New York. I just know somebody, if I can come at you in a certain way, you won't be offended, right? Mm-hmm. And Tony Persona, we had that mutual respect.
Like,
there.
He knew, like, I did an interview with him. We had a lot of
back and forth.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden now he want to go on this purge and unblock people.
But the thing is, even in
we're criticizing the things that he's saying.
Even in our back and forth with Tony, I've always maintained respect. You know, like, y'all know I say this all the time. You know, it starts and ends with gaming. You feel me? Personal attacks, like, you know, making fun of somebody's looks, all that crazy shit. Like, nah, it's just nah. You feel me? And with Tony, I was surprised because I had him on my show for an interview like a year ago or whatever, and the man was very vulgar and very fucking, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, but that's who he is. Then I'm like, I say this all the time. I want people to be comfortable and be who they are in their own skin. I don't want you to have to code switch or conform. For me, I ain't shit. Be who you are. You feel me? And so it was strange because, like, again, the stuff I say about like Xbox or making the funny console war jokes and all that stuff, it's never to an extreme. Because if it was, the people that rock with me would have been like, all right, Persona, chill. You feel me? And if you scroll down my timeline, there's more gaming than there is console war jokes. But
I don't know about that.
That's the worst thing about it. Like,
hey, yo, Barry, go scroll down my fucking timeline. Right? Scroll down the timeline, boy. What you mean?
Why you getting defensive, man?
Because you gatekeeping me. That's why.
But that's the worst thing about it. What I really don't like is like when people who you never see them in your replies, they're not in your comment section, they're not in your chat, right? You never see them, which is perfectly fine. I don't expect people to support me, but it's like when those people who I'm mutuals with come through and try to criticize or critique my behavior, I'm like, who are you? Who are you to do that? Like, why are you talking to me? You know, especially when everyone who actually watches my channel knows that I don't tolerate a lot of behavior. It's not like I am saying, yes, let's go bully this, quote, let's go bully this person, or make fun of how they look, or make fun of their gender, or make fun of their race or their sexuality or anything like that. I try to be as fair as I can be, and it's just annoying when it's like people who don't even know you have something to say.
Yeah,
Yo, that's facts.
Let me get you super chats. Yo, Chuck, man, appreciate you. He says, watch the documentary on the cartel. I'm the new El Chapo. And then shout out to Oolong T Gaming. He said, let me be. Do it, Barry, for the one time.
Let me be.
And then shout out to Jazzy Jeff becoming a member on the channel. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Jazzy.
Actually, to stop gatekeeping. I don't gatekeep nobody.
Ain't no
you think I'm telling people don't buy a PlayStation or whatnot? I want everybody to enjoy it.
Yeah, I even tell people to buy an Xbox for the winter, for the heater, personal heater, man.
Yeah,
listen, I be telling you ponies to stop buying up the Xboxes because there are genuine Xbox fans who can't get those Series X's. And when I see y'all with them and you're like, man, there's nothing to play on here. I'm like, you didn't know that?
That's for Sony.
You didn't know that before you bought the system? What's going on? I don't know.
Yeah, we saving. You feel me?
Hey yo, facts. Hey yo, let me get Jamil. Jamil, what's up, bro? Talk to us.
What's good? I'll jump in a couple of minutes. I'm driving home from work.
Oh, all right, go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead, Straight.
Oh damn, Jamel, what headphones or mic you using? That shit clear as hell.
Yeah,
I'm on iPhone.
I knew it was an iPhone. That's why I knew there's something special about you.
He got NASA sponsoring his damn car.
Hey, yo.
No, I got an Android too.
I see. There you go. Yo, this guy. Ever since I met this dude, he always got to mess with the vibe. You know what I mean?
Man, listen. The thing is, like, if you know when you meet a gamer, like a real gamer, man, because like you talking about video games, you kind of sharing like the same, passion about it, and you just know. You know what I'm saying? And these cats, man, people just got to start standing on values, man. Stop changing who you are because you're getting check marks and all of that, because it really don't do shit regardless. Like it really don't. So I mean, again, man, change them shit to question marks at this point in time, because that's what they are at this point.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can I address something too, man? You know what I mean? I was on my calm, but that bubbly kicking in. Hold up.
Uh-oh. We about to get Barry in rare form. Go ahead, boy.
Nah, man, because I'm sick and tired of people like being purposely ignorant. You know what I mean? When it comes to certain things, like the Beast of Truth dude, he's out here trying to attack like Stone again. We're not really attack, but calling out Stone about how PlayStation fans is claiming, oh, this person I guess is not a gamer. Like, I hate when people bring up these false narratives when it comes to PlayStation fans or whatever. Like we don't bring up that shit. Nobody's saying that, oh, just because you have a low trophy score or whatever, you're not a gamer. We're the people that we do call out is the people that have the low trophy scores, but they're always inciting themselves in gaming conversations about games they're not playing. But that's why it looks like it's an exposure or something bad. But from the rip, Stone let us know what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she said, yo, she's going to start playing Tales of the Rise. And nobody was bashing her saying like, oh, you got this trophies. The only person that was doing that is the one claiming that they don't do that, which is the Xbox dudes, like that Beast dude.
But not even to go a step further, you know, people are always talking about inclusivity. What? Look at what you're doing. To somebody that said that they just bought a PlayStation and they playing and people welcomed her, you know, like all of us and everybody in our side of the community welcomed her into the community with open arms. She asked for game suggestions. She started with Tales of Arise. She platinumed it. That's $100 plat. That's $100 plat. You understand? Like,
No
yo, that's real gamer
name.
shit. That's real gamer shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and she do what she do. Like, I don't get why. And again, this goes back to the initial thing of this whole gamer thing, right? A gamer is not, you're not, your trophy score and your achievements does not define you as a gamer. It's just a bonus, right? If you play games and you know what you're talking about in gaming conversations, you good. Like none of that shit matters, bruh. She does what she do.
The people that we not attack, but you know, we call out is the people that would say things like certain games is trash, or they have this crazy ass opinion on something like that don't match up.
I'll give you an example.
We're gonna ask like, what's your trophy or what's your achievement? And we most of the time we find out, we can see why your opinion is dog shit because you ain't played the game.
I'll give you an example. I was in a space, I think like 2 weeks ago or last week, I forget when, and some dude said that after Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy is trash. Right? Or after 12 or something like that, right? My ears perked up like a dog looking for, huh? Really? Oh, okay, let me come in. Now let's get into gamer mode and let's question. Like, okay, well, did you play this? Did you play that? Come to find out, he didn't play no Final Fantasy past 12, so he say, and he claimed he played the first 1 through 6, but couldn't tell me nothing about the games. And I'm like, you looking kind of spooky in the light, bro.
It's the cool thing to do, man.
Yeah, and that goes for any game, man. Like talking about, like saying, oh yeah, I'm not really interested in this game or whatever, or this game doesn't really look that good to me. That's fine. But when you start saying, oh, the game is trash because of this, and this, like, did you play it? It's the same thing with Avengers or Destiny. Bar, you remember the wars I had to fight back in the day for Destiny, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody and their mama, Destiny is trash. Well, did you play it? Or I played the story. Then you ain't play shit. Because there's strikes, there's Crucible, there's the raid. There's exotic missions. There's all that shit that you still got to do. Why didn't you do it? Well, I shouldn't have to grind to play that. Well, then shut the fuck up because you ain't playing the game. You don't know shit about the game.
You know what gets me still is like, to this day, there are still people who are like, Destiny doesn't have a story. I'm like, bro. Destiny's had a story since like Black Armory, which was forever ago. But they were still Activision Blizzard back then, I think. Like,
to this day, Destiny's had a story since.
Don't every expansion come with like a story? Yes.
They were mostly referring to Curse of Osiris being absolutely garbage, which it was.
It was.
But I did leave Destiny 2 because of that, and then I came back for Forsaken. So the game is like Destiny's had a story since Forsaken, essentially.
I would even go further back than that. I would say it had a story since Taken King. On D1, yeah. That's when it really started to kind of like they got their shit together and was like, all right, now we're building on the lore and all this crazy stuff.
There's a reason why Sony invested in them. So
yeah, that's a fact.
That's that.
But it's the same thing with like Call of Duty. Don't and me, Strick, and Bari, don't talk COD or Battlefield with Strick. Because I've played every COD from top to bottom. You're not going to tell me nothing about guns, mechanics, or maps that I don't already know.
Yo, Strick, though, on Saturday, I'm going to cook you, though. I'm just letting you know.
You said what?
On Saturday, I'm going to cook you, though.
Oh, that's not happening,
the 128 lobbies, so she's dead.
Boy, me and Bari go... Listen. Hey, Bari... I'm driving to New York, bro. If you talk shit, and I'm just playing. Nah, we gonna have to go at it. You know what I'm saying? That like Bari, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like these my people, but you better believe iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? So when it's time to go at it and somebody gotta catch the fade, whether it be me or the other person, hey, that's just what gotta happen.
As you should. Nah, not necessarily cook you, but definitely gonna cook that game.
Yeah.
Cause y'all ain't want to listen. That's all I gotta say. If a typical common thing when it comes to the gaming community. It comes to the best list on YouTube. Y'all don't want to listen.
Hey yo, Mario, what we say like back before 2042 came out? You could get on Vanguard right now and you could find a match with 64 players.
That's the funny part. So it's just like, yo, we can't find them now persona on Vanguard, and that's 6v6.
Oh no, Vanguard type dead too. I ain't tripping on that either, because you go on a Vanguard, they will quickly change that lobby into like a 4v4 or it'd be like a 4v3. And it's big ass map. It's like, where'd everybody go? It's like,
Facts. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
That's new too. Adding that 4v4, they added that in recently because the lowest you could do was 6v6.
Yeah, it's on trash.
Yeah, it's bad, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know, man. I mean, but that's what it comes down to. We put hella hours into these games, man, and when it's an investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, people work hard for their money, and they spend their money on these games and the consoles itself and all of the stuff surrounding it. Like, that's an investment. You feel me? So, yeah, again, like Barry said, man, we gotta protect it, bro. Like, if don't nobody protect it, you already know what the end goal is.
That's all it really is. Like, it's just people that love the hobby, love gaming. They're protecting their hobby. Like I say, you don't want some inexperienced person speaking for you, trying to dictate what a game or what gaming should be. Just because you don't want to spend money on games, or just because you don't like challenges in games, or just because you don't want to do a certain thing in the game, it ruins your experience for the person that do like certain things. That this person out here that don't play these games is trying to speak out for this actual genre or this gaming entirety.
Yep, that's how I feel about people talking about the Souls games. It's like, listen, at the end of the day, those games are for everybody. You just have to take the time to learn them. And then there are so many ways to cheese those games depending on whichever game that you're playing. I think the only one that is, I don't know, I think maybe impossible to cheese is Sekiro. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that's the only one I can't, because like,
you could cheese that with that Mirki counter. That Mirki counter.
That's not cheesing it though. It's like using the mechanics of the game. That's how it's designed. Yeah. It's like for Dark Souls or Demon Souls or Bloodborne, you can summon people in to help you. And then don't get me started on Elden Ring. How there's so many ways to make that game so much easier for yourself. And Magic and Demon Souls is the easy mode for that game, So I don't know. I'm at this point where it's like when people want to argue with me, like, well, Souls games should have an easy mode. I'm like, well, Miyazaki-san said they're not going to have an easy mode, so I'm not going to have this conversation. It's completely pointless. Like, we don't need to talk about it.
You know what's funny about Demon Souls, Luca? Like, when I started Demon Souls, I didn't know anything about the classes, so I automatically just went to the royalty because I'm like, oh, I can use magic. All right, let's run it. And in the beginning, I was using magic, but as I progressed in the game, like I rarely use magic, yo. I was just like, all right, I got this weapon. I'm just going to use this. This joint slaps. I'm learning the game. So yeah, that's why I really love Demon Souls, because it's like, okay, I started off with like thinking I'm just going to be like, I'm going to blast people with this fucking whatever the shit was called, and then I ended up not really using it because I'm learning the game, like learning how to counter things and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like once you finally get in that rhythm and you really just there's nothing like it, man. That euphoria that you get from beating a really hard challenge, it's amazing, and that's why I like playing these games. I play them because I have fun with them, not because they're deemed difficult.
Yeah, that's how I felt with Millennia and the final Elden God or whatever, Elden Beast.
Elden Beast.
Yo, listen, all that I did solo, no help. Hey, yo, listen, that Elden Beast, man.
Felt with Returnal, man. I know it was a different game, but that's just how I felt about Returnal. It was really rewarding once you learned.
Returnal, same thing. Yeah, same thing. Once it clicked.
I think Sifu as well, man. Like, it's a couple games that are like super difficult, but then it's like, like once you really understand the game, because really the difficulty, like there are games that are just legit difficult, even if you understand the mechanics in the game. But I think for a lot of games that are difficult, once you understand like the patterns and how the bosses fight or how the enemies are and what you can and can't do and just how to do that, and I think a lot of that stuff is all a part of gaming though. Like since I was a kid, like I've always liked those type of challenges, And so like I view that stuff as being a part of gaming, and that's something that I don't want to go away. But you got a lot of people, and again, I'm not trying to be elitist, but you have a lot of people that are trying to change that dynamic with certain games. And that was something I was talking about a long time ago, where I said everybody, especially on social media, everybody thinks that every game has to be for them, and it doesn't.
It doesn't. And
when
that's like not some sort of evil thing to say either. Like, people hate when you say that. It's like, why don't you want me to be included? I'd be like, bro, you don't see me going to like some 2K being like, I think you guys should change this to be more appealing to me, the non-sports player. Like, you don't see me doing that. Or with Forza or Gran Turismo, I have no interest in playing those games. Therefore, I don't play them. I don't comment on them, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, these people just want to be... I don't really understand what it is exactly, this concept of wanting to be included in everything and how everything has to be for me, and if it's not, then suddenly it's the issue. I think that is a really arrogant and selfish mentality.
They are becoming what they hate. You know, everybody's talking about media bias and the media is this, but eventually that's what they want to become. It's the media. That's why they want to include themselves in every single gaming conversation, regardless of what genre. Motherfuckers be coming out saying that, yeah, I don't like strategy RPGs, but here they in a space talking about strategy RPGs and how this need to change or how this need to happen.
Exactly.
Because I'm not even in the Souls games, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want them to change the aesthetic just to appeal to me, because it clearly has a good community and all of that. So it's just like, if a game just doesn't appeal to me, then I'm good with that. There's more games that I'm cool with playing. You feel me? So it's just like,
yeah, like, just go play something. Like, how difficult is it to just go play something else? Just go play something else, man.
Because they want to be included, Luca. They want to be where you are. Like, and I mean it's metaphorical.
That's a topic.
They want to be where that's what,
that's
like,
the hot topic.
That's why and listen, no shade against Elden Ring, because I'm sure Elden Ring would have reached that 13 million or whatever milestone regardless. But that's a big reason of why Elden Ring is where it's at now. It's because a lot of people, they want to be a part of that conversation. It was all about Elden Ring. And people want to be a part of that.
You brought it up earlier, just a couple of seconds ago. Sifu.
Oh yeah.
Sifu, when that game came out, that was the talk of the town. People wanted to include themselves. You know what I mean? They went out and got the game. They got bodied by the game. Started telling the devs they need to put the easy mode and all that stuff in the game, which rightfully so they did, but they wasn't willing to learn the game, you know what I mean, just to be a part of the conversation and understand why people's enjoying it, because it's a skill level that you got to learn. But they were just like, instead of rather learning the game and exploring the game and trying to learn it, they're trying to dictate, nah, this game needs to have this, or this game needs to do this game needs to do that, so I can be a part of the conversation and play. Now when you see the easy mode come out, where you see what's happening, everybody's
platinum's all over the place. Yo, another one, Bari. Returnal. Returnal's another perfect example where, like, again, people thought, oh, because, you know, this is being pushed by PlayStation, they don't really understand Returnal's or Housemarque's developmental makeup of the type of games that they make. So when they got into Returnal, they thought it was just going to be like another, you know, just a cakewalk. And when they realized that it was tough and like you start from the beginning and all that, people had problems. And I'm sitting here like, this is how Housemarque has always been. You are trying to make a developer conform to you, and that's not right. Excuse me, that's not right. How are we going to sit here and say artists and all these other things, they should be free to create whatever they want, even with the whole censorship thing? People always talking about, oh yeah, censorship is bad or whatever, which, you know, to a degree it is. And people, oh, let them create what they create, blah, 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 all this crazy shit. But then you turn around and tell a developer how they should make their game for you to enjoy it. No, the game is not for you. Every game is not for you. Move on. There's too many games out here for you to be stuck up under this. But again, going on the Twitter Spaces, the podcast and all this, the chats on Twitter, they want to be a part of those conversations. It's not even about enjoying the game or playing the games. They just want to be in those conversations, and the validation for that is actually having the game, which some would do. But then you got others who will cap and lie and then hide their trophies and achievements, which goes back to the question of, are you verifiable?
You know what pisses me off in gaming is like, well, you know, everybody's giving their quick impressions or whatnot. You know, I'll put 2 hours in the game. I'll put 3 hours in the game. I 2 weeks later, same person. I put 2 hours in the game. Like, god damn, but why are you still in this fucking conversation? You're not. It's like being in a book club, but you're not reading the next chapter for the next week. You know what I mean? Like, yo, fall back. You know, let me shut up because they're gonna say gatekeeping. Let me shut up, yo.
It is also it is pretty interesting. I remember when Demon Souls first came out and everyone was just posting the first boss, and then like weeks later they were still just posting the first boss. I'm like, have you guys played this game? I don't know, like what's going on, man? I mean, that's fine if you haven't, but just curious, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like I post gameplay.
Hey,
yeah.
Yo, Chuck, what's up? Oh, Chuck in here. I know Chuck about to get his bars off.
Oh, Chuck in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you perfect.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? This is like the last couple of years, bro. It's been kind of crazy when it comes to gaming. You know, I feel like everybody wants to be a part of something. Everybody wants to be in that conversation, like you guys been saying. I kind of do it towards fighting games, right? I've been playing fighting games since I was like 1993. I'm very passionate about fighting games. I play all of them. I watch tournaments. I'm very invested. So when I hear somebody talking about said game like Street Fighter 5 or Guilty Gear, I get kind of irritated because I'm like, I know you don't play. You know what I'm saying? It bothers me because as someone who's very invested in that genre, I'm not really invested in any other genre I am with fighting games. So I feel what you guys are saying, like, you know, when it comes to Souls or shooters or anything like that, because it's like when I put thousands of hours in these games, bro. Like thousands. You know, it's not hundreds, it's not 20, it's not 30, like thousands of hours. So when you hear somebody speak on some shit they don't know about, it's like, yo, what are you trying to do, bro? Like, you know, you see people under like people like Punk or Sonic Fox, and you kind of see what they be saying to these people, bro. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just want to get noticed. You want to say some off the wall shit so a motherfucker can recognize you, get clowned, or they block you, and then you post it on Twitter like, oh yeah, I got blocked by so and so. Look at me.
WRL or something like that. Right?
Yeah, bro, that shit is mad corny, bro. Like, look, man, I stay in my lane, bro. I don't really play RPGs. I don't play shooters, so I'm not really gonna. I'll listen, especially if it's, you know, one of the homies or whatever, they got a space, I'll pop in there and listen, but I'm not about to sit in there and say, whoa, I don't like this game. I haven't played it. I don't play Final Fantasy. I don't play Elden Ring. I don't play none of that shit, bro. And it's not that they're not bad games. It's just not my cup of tea. I hate racers. I hate a lot of that shit, bro. So it's kind of like, if people just stay in their lane, I think everything will be better. You know what I'm saying? But it's never going to happen like that because you got these new people coming out of nowhere, you know how it was back in the Facebook days, bro. Like, you know
what they gonna call you there, Chuck? By saying that, you are gatekeeping. Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I mean, I don't really care because I feel like, you know, when you invest like you guys do, like you guys are like, you and Persona like overall gamers. You guys play everything or whatever. You know, Lucas says he plays Souls, and you know, Strick, he play what he play. It's kind of like I don't understand why people just want to just interject themselves in shit they don't know about. It's weird to me. And it's kind of like this Twitter space is kind of like opened my eyes more. I didn't even know people was like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh man, let me put my voice out there, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about or anything like that. It's kind of like, damn. Everybody just want followers now, and everybody's want retweets and likes now. It's not even about gaming anymore, bro. And it's like, damn. You know,
let me help y'all out because I've been hearing a word that I don't want to hear anymore, and that's hobby. This is not a hobby. This is culture. I need people to understand it because if it's culture, then it's going to be viewed differently, it's going to be treated differently. The reason why a lot of different cultures have a lot of intersectionality, and so one common thing you will see in other culture is people that seek attention. That's a whole culture in and of itself. So they kind of cross into every other culture. The problem is when you look at these other cultures, I'll give you an example. I'll draw a parallel to hip hop music for an example, because we know hip hop is a culture. When it was considered just a hobby, it was very dismissive. You had a lot of people outside of the culture that tried to have big voices and speak on what hip hop is and isn't. And it had a lot of influence on how people viewed it, until those within the culture who also know how to generate attention and generate conversation decided to speak up on behalf of the culture that they represent. And now you have, in 2022, for example, you have a prominent rapper like Kendrick Lamar release an album, and no matter how people feel about that album, if they think it's trash or think it's a classic, one thing you cannot do is say, well, Kendrick Lamar don't belong in hip-hop culture, or Kendrick Lamar is trash, whatever. You can have individual people say that, but everybody will look at you and say, yeah, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And then their voice is diminished. And it's not even people gatekeeping that culture. It's just you kind of universally know what is and what isn't. But with gaming, we treat it so much like a hobby. And then when it comes to the people within it, we call it a community. It's bigger than that. It's a culture. And when you treat it like such, and then you have people that are strictly in it for attention, start to say things and make hot takes, if the culture was strong enough, the culture would turn around and point at those people and say, you know what? Your voice ain't valid in this culture no more. And then they won't be valid. But the problem is that the people that are the biggest gamers, that also have the biggest voices and know how to also generate attention, like the attention seekers, they're not trying to defend the culture. Everybody's trying to build their brands. Nobody's out here living the culture of gaming. When I say culture, for me, I'm 40 years old. I'm 40. I've been gaming since 1 year old. Somebody put a ColecoVision television in my hand, and for real, at 1 year old, somebody put it in my hand, and it's been over. So between that and going to Pizza Hut and playing Pac-Man while I'm waiting on my pizza at 4 years old, like, this is my life. So I can't look at it like it's a hobby. I can't look at it like the people I engage, it's just a community. This is my life. So it's a part of my culture, and it should be a part of everybody else's, to the point where you don't give anybody any power or any space. I don't try to act like I'm above the nonsense, because I know like console wars is a part of the culture, cracking jokes, busting balls and all that stuff. It's a part of it all. I never try to act like I'm above it, but I don't engage with certain people because I know that they're doing it for attention. Like me and Persona and Bar, like we go way back, Chuck. Like we busting each other chops forever. Forever. We've been doing this forever, right? But I know y'all not just looking for attention. I know y'all are about this, right? So I'll do it with y'all. But then if I'm looking on Twitter and I see these spaces and I'm like, dog, y'all are in this for attention, I'm not even gonna participate, because you're giving them power. They're not a part of my culture, because when I hear the stuff they say, I'm like, come on now. I don't play every genre of game there is. I don't play everything, but I'm not gonna sit here and listen to some of these people think they sound like experts and they sound like idiots. I don't want to give them power, and I think too many people do for the sake of wanting to engage all the time. This is a culture, man. It's not a hobby. It's not a community. It's a culture. It needs to be treated as such. That's it.
I respect that.
Hey, yo, that's deep, man. Like, yo, leave Jamil, man. You always dropping knowledge. I agree.
Where you're coming from as well. Yeah.
I agree, though. Like, it is a culture, man. Because, like, same with Jamil. I started gaming at 3-4 years old, man, and it's been with me ever since.
Been pressing the A and B buttons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been with me ever since. And when I think back to like my gaming memories and just like the experiences that I've had through my life, yo, it's just don't kill me for this, guys. Some of y'all might kill me. I'm gonna say it anyway.
We don't kill you. Go ahead.
It's kind of like, remember when you had your first kiss, or you lost your V card, or you those are important moments in your life.
persona.
I lost my V-Bucks. What are you talking about, man?
I'm moving away. I'm V card. You know what I mean, man. You know what I mean.
You scared to say virginity?
Hey, virginity, whatever. V card, whatever. Virginity. Hey, nah, they help me talk,
that's
bro.
not New York. He went to some other state and picked that shit up from there.
Yo, the point I'm trying to make is
that's like when he said Hoey at PlayStation Experience. Yo, Persona
Hey,
thought he
hold
was
on,
mad
hold
cool
on.
coming in
Hell
the
yeah,
car.
it was cool as
He was like,
fuck.
all right, guys, we about to go to the Hoey.
Absolutely.
Everybody looked at this motherfucker like, yo, what the hell you talking
the
about?
hotel.
I'm saying hotel, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely. I stand by mine. You feel me? Stand by my
My
conviction.
man was reading the Urban Dictionary.
Yo, real talk though. He did stand by it though. He did stand
I
by it.
stand by
I was
that
like,
shit to this day,
I
bro.
respect it.
That was like what, 6 years ago? I stand by that shit to this day, bro. Nah, but the point that I'm trying to make is there's a lot of things in our lives that we hold very high regard. A lot of moments in our lives that are at high regard.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, gaming is one of those things that's at high regard because it's something that has been such a pivotal part of my life, of my upbringing, of keeping me, especially where I grew up, keeping me in a position to where when I became an adult, I wasn't a statistic. I'm 30. So, you know, I beat that first statistic. You understand? I don't live, you know, I'm not living in poverty. I beat the second statistic. But gaming is still a part of that. You feel me? And damn,
Shit.
Hold up, somebody hurt the dog?
Yeah,
The dog is okay?
I'm dog fighting.
Somebody got a dog fighting? Oh shit.
That's Chuck's Chihuahua.
No, yo, Chuck better not have no Chihuahua, boy.
Lord. He from Cali. You know you
Hey,
got a
yo.
Chihuahua or something.
I got a dog fighting.
Hey yo,
That shit said,
when a Chihuahua come through the doggy door, he can look at Chuck and be like, no more locked doors.
no more like that.
Oh, that was my Chihuahua, man.
You really got a Chihuahua, Chuck? For
I
real?
told you.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
Yeah,
Chuck, you got a
rescue dog, man,
Chihuahua?
rescue.
Hey yo, oh
I
shit.
told you. He tried to cover it too. He was quiet. He didn't try to say
I was
nothing.
trying to open the door so she'll stop barking, man.
Hey yo, I thought Chuck, you would have had like a pit bull or a Rottweiler or some shit, man.
Ah, man.
Nah, he from Cali. He from Cali. He like them lap dogs.
Nah, but I just feel like, honestly, man, like, y'all have like great gaming memories. Like you said, man, I'm from South Central LA, Long Beach, California, bro. Like, gaming really kept me out of trouble, bro. Because it's everywhere, you know.
Yep.
You see things, you hear things, it's like, damn. I have people like, hey, we about to go hit the lick. I'm like, nah, I'm about to go play Madden, bro. Like, that's not my life. You know what I'm saying? I never tried to fit in where I wasn't supposed to be, basically. You know what I'm saying? So gaming is always gonna be a part of my life, part of my kids' life. I don't ever think I'm gonna stop gaming. I think that's what it is. Like, I don't ever see myself not having a console or PC or anything like that. I feel like it's always gonna be a part of my life because it's been a part of my life since I was a little kid, man. You know, you playing duck hunt, you putting the gun to the TV, so you can
Hell yeah, hella close.
you know what I'm saying? It's like shit like that. You remember stuff like that. It's like, man, you know, I've really been gaming like all my life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be 80 gaming.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be 80 years old gaming.
I truly
100%.
believe that, bro.
100%.
I'm like dead ass, bro. I feel like I'm always gonna game, bro. Like, you know, I told my kids, man, when I die, just cremate me and throw me at GameStop or something. Like, I really told that, you know, just joking shit. But it's just something that people, they don't appreciate it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more mainstream now. It's easier when it comes to social media and YouTube and Twitch. Like, hey, let me start a channel. Let me, you know, try to get paid. And they really don't like gaming, bro. You could actually see the people who are like, who do good in YouTube and shit like that. I mean, and they actually game. A lot of people game. Like, you know, we on the crumb side, we kind of focus on that. But when you expand your horizon, bro, it's a lot of gamers out there, bro.
Oh yeah.
And 20K, 100K, 500K, people really be out here gaming, bro. And it's so mainstream now that everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie from the bottom to the top, bro. And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. You know, it was always frowned upon. If you a gamer, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do? Like, you're a grown man. You know, I mean, we all heard that dumb shit before. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, it's never gonna change who I am as a person. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. It is what it is, man. So I feel like we do need to protect that, bro. It's like a safe haven for us. You know, you have a bad day at work, long week at work. What do you do, man? Hop on the game, bro, and just kind of escape.
Yep.
You know, whether it be a fighting game, whether it be a action adventure, RPG, a racer. Sometimes you just want to get online and shoot motherfuckers. I respect that too. Like, it's like a, you know, you get to exhale, bro. You know, and it's not just for entertainment. It's like a way of life. You know, gaming is like a way of life to me, and it's always going to be like that. And I don't ever see myself stopping anytime soon.
Yo, let me talk about this one other thing. The whole issue of who is and who isn't a part of the gaming community or whatever. Like, it's a way to be a part of the gaming community and not game. I think the issue is that people who don't game want to call themselves gamers. It's okay. It's like the point they've been trying to make, they've been making it wrong. I feel like I'm a part of the NBA culture, the basketball culture, because I study the game, I watch it. I used to play ball in high school. I've been playing all my life. I ain't no pro. So yeah, I feel like I'm a part of the community and the culture, but I'm not going to turn around and say I'm a Chicago Bull. I'm just, you know, but I'm an NBA fan. I'm a basketball fan. And it's okay to say, hey, I enjoy gaming. I'm a fan of it. I like to watch it. I like to, you know, I'm interested in how they make these games. You know, I like the culture and the community around it. Like, I like to be a part of it. And that's fine. But when people feel like they have to be a gamer to do it, you know, that's an issue. And I think when they say gatekeeping, you know, they make it a very general term and throw everybody into it. Some people aren't gatekeeping. I think what we're doing right now is not really gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is the people that want to just immediately discredit anybody that has anything to say about anything, unless like their gamer score is high, their trophy level's high, or they're gaming 24 hours a day. It's like, all right, chill. But I wouldn't exclude none of these people that's been talking. I wouldn't exclude them from the gaming community. I would just tell them, like, hey, it's okay to just sit on the sideline. And just enjoy it and watch. Because there's times, like, was I not in the community when I was raising my babies and I couldn't really play? I wouldn't say I wasn't part of the community anymore. I wasn't actively gaming. But I sure was still in conversations. I was reading articles. I was keeping up. And it's okay to switch your roles in it. And I think a lot of people just feel like they have to assimilate and belong somewhere where they don't necessarily belong. You could just be a part of it and just be.
Jamel, at the end of the day, guess where it started? From you actually playing video games. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that's their starting point is either they're watching or they're just in a conversation. You know what I mean? The girl, the MVP or ambassador, that's fully outblown, admitted that she got this ambassadorship or she don't like Xbox because of the games. This is a gaming, company that create video games, and she's not even like a fan of Xbox due to the games, more so the community aspect and all that stuff. But she's watching her boyfriend.
MVP and ambassador, those are two separate things, by the way.
No, I'm just saying that she won an MVP award.
I'm letting you know that it's two separate things because MVPs are a little bit more highly regarded in regards to the actual Xbox looking to them for what they have to say and everything like that. So
They'll be spotlighted.
Yeah. So it's like, for me, my only issue with that chick was her lying about playing certain games. That's it.
Exactly.
That was like, girl, just don't lie. And then she tried to, when she said, well, I don't like Xbox for the games, I like them for their controllers. What do you use controllers for? Play games. She's like, I like it for its diversity and its inclusivity and its creativity. And what does that all apply to? The actual games. So it's just like, for me, seeing her say all that stuff, I thought it was silly, but I was like, all right, whatever, right? But then she came back the next day and just started posting like random gameplay screenshots, random gameplay clips to try and prove something. And she posted this like screenshot of her Destiny character Persona. The character was level 750. I was like, We're at 1560 plus now. Hello?
My God.
Like, why would you even post this? And it's like, I was just looking at the screenshots. It's like, it looks like to me that these screenshots, unless you are actively a community member of whatever community exists for whatever game she's posting, you're not going to know that this is fraudulent. So people looking at her Destiny stuff, they might be like, oh snap, she actually plays Destiny. But people who actually play Destiny look at that and you're like, okay, that tells me you played this game like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
750,
So it's just
that's a long time ago.
It's like, for me, like I said before, it comes down to, as someone who is a woman and also Black, there are certain things that I've heard, and first of all, the gaming community, the gaming space, gaming culture, the industry, garbage in general when it comes to these issues, right? So it's like, when I see people like her who don't actually play games say really dumb things, it just, like, okay, ma'am, you're making all of us look bad by saying this really stupid shit, and it doesn't help when there are people backing her up with everything that she's saying. So, like, I don't think there is, you can't gatekeep people on the internet. Like, you can't stop strangers from saying things or playing games or whatever. All you can really do is just be like, yeah, I'm just not going to let you speak in my space, or I'm not going to let you speak on my podcast, and I'm going to kick you out of my chat or something like that. It's like, that's all you can really do. You can't really stop anybody physically because we're all on the internet. So whenever I hear people say, why are you gatekeeping me? And I'm so upset because I don't blah, 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 all this extra stuff. I'm like, why do you feel so thirsty to be included in this? I don't understand. Like, why are you so desperate to be included in something when ultimately it doesn't actually matter and you can just find a different group, you know? I'll never, like, you guys were talking about the seafood conversation and how everyone ran out to get seafood because they wanted to be a part of the discussion and everything like that. I didn't have any interest in seafood, so I didn't get it, you know? Like, I don't care about the game. I don't care about it being difficult. I had no interest in it, so I didn't participate. I didn't say anything about it. But it's like, people just want to be, they're so desperate to be a part of something, and I can understand that from a human aspect, from the human element there. I get that, but it's just like, just find people in your small individual groups, become buddy with them, and stick to that, you know, and just keep it moving.
Same interest, basically, yeah.
Yeah, like you don't. I think the biggest issue is because gaming is so mainstream, there are infiltrators that come through, and they know if they play their cards correctly, they can gain a lot from it, especially that chick, because she cried, I'm being harassed, because that Miss Deus chick said that, she got freaking Aaron Greenberg, the official Xbox account, all of them like, no, it's okay, we're so sorry this is happening to you, all this extra shit, man. I know she's gonna get some benefits from that too, because she's further caught their eye, you know?
The official Xbox Twitter commented on her shit.
That's crazy,
yo, listen, man. And this goes back to what I was saying at the very beginning of the show. For a lot of these people, for a lot of these types of people, that all inclusivity thing of, oh, it doesn't matter if you game or not, you're a gamer type of thing. You make somebody feel comfortable in a space, comfortable enough, they're easier to manipulate. They're easier to get over on. And that, I feel like that's what a lot of this is what's happening with a lot of this stuff, because again, it takes very little to be a gamer. Very little. Just playing games.
It's a
nothing.
simple requirement.
It's so simple. It's just follow the actual definition of the words. A gamer plays games. It's that simple. Like I said, the fact that people were trying to turn it into like this entire, you just want to claim that you're saying it's the definition to discredit her point. I'm like, first of all, I didn't discredit her point. I'm talking about the marketing chick now. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, sure, gaming should be more inclusive and there should be more diversity. I'm with that as a general concept. Is it going to happen? No, but like, I'm with it as a general concept, right? But it's like her saying something that's just incorrect and just not expecting anyone to comment on it is what the actual issue is ultimately. And I just wish that like these people would understand that you can't just say whatever you want and think that it's okay. Like, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. Unfortunately, you are going to get backlash if you say something that people deem as stupid. It's the same thing with any sort of tweet that goes viral on social media. We see dumb tweets all the time, and all of us will be like, this is stupid because of XYZ. It's just how it is, man. It's not a personal thing for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's not a personal thing, but
Jokes. I mean,
Yeah.
like I
Hold
said.
on, let me just get. Hold on, Barry. Hold on,
my
hold that thought.
bad.
Let me just get these super chats. Yo, Dark Artemis, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, I gotta play COD with you guys sometime. Yeah, man. I don't know if COD Sunday's coming back with that new Modern Warfare. I think Barry gonna get it though. Barry gonna get it. He gonna get it. We gonna do COD Sunday.
I mean,
We definitely get it. He definitely get it.
you know what's my issue is like I love Call of Duty. And I don't rely on other people's opinions to base my own opinions. I need to get that own experience. You know what I mean?
Sir.
So that's why I would tend to like buy it, or because I want to try and give and speak on it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But I can't have these scrubs out here talking about the game, and I'm just sitting out here like, all right.
Hey, yo, that's a fact. Again, Barry's buying it. That's confirmed.
One thing I hate is people that talk about game mechanics and they have no clue what they're saying. Now all of a sudden people want to bring up hurt boxes and hit boxes, and I'm like, yo, you're using it in the wrong, you're using it in the wrong situation here. Like this is not what that means. And it's just, and people listen to that shit because it's a charismatic opinion. You know what I mean? So
that's why it becomes irritating, bro. Like I said, man, like everybody's an expert now, and it's like, yeah, you can look up anything on the internet, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, like if you're not playing said game, people will know right away that actually play the game.
yeah.
I feel like that's something that the people who be saying that dumb shit don't really realize. It's like I could read about Final Fantasy fucking 6, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if I never played the game, bro.
Oh yeah, the guru gamers. Oh, trust me.
Oh yeah.
I can sniff them out. I can point them out all day, every day. Trust me. I just don't be saying as much as I do before, like probably 2015 or 2016. Now I'm a little bit more calm, but I know I see them. Trust me.
yeah, it's like because gaming is so interactive and you actually have to feel the mechanics, feel how, I don't know how to say it. You guys know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
it's like you're actually playing through it,
the experience.
Like, okay,
experiences outweigh opinions.
Experience it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when people say you can just watch someone play a game and get I'm like, no, that's just not true, because there are so many elements that go into gaming. It's not just the story, it's the gameplay as well. You know what I mean? It's the gameplay loop. It's the
how does it feel?
How does it feel? How do you grind? Like, if there's some issues with not being able to hit a headshot, even though you hit 3 headshots in a row, 3-4-3, I don't know. Anyway, so it's like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, did I meleeed this person and they didn't die because Anyway, I'm not playing Halo Infinite right now, but still, it's like me and Slow-Mo at some point, me and Slow-Mo were the only people in our group who were still playing Halo Infinite, and we would be on the game like every day, almost every day for hours, just playing and having a good time, and it's like when season 2 came out, I was just like, okay, and this is not what I wanted. This is not good. They didn't make that many positive changes, in my opinion. They actually made a bunch of negative changes, and
season 2 is already out.
Yeah, season 2 is out.
Came out the beginning of May.
Oh, you probably just didn't know because no one's playing it because they made the mistake of releasing it with the same issues as last season.
Jesus.
Along with some more.
I heard that you can't, if you got season 1 pass or some pass, you have to rebuy a pass in order to get to season 1 stuff or something like that?
Okay, so in order to get the final challenge slot unlocked, you have to buy season 2. And what a challenge slot is, it's the only way to progress your season pass. So say you just kept with season 1 and you didn't buy season 2, you would only have those 4 challenge slots available at once in order to progress your season pass. And it takes 1,000 points to progress the season pass. And each challenge, it has a different amount of points. So some challenges are worth 300, some are worth 250, some are worth 100, that kind of thing, right? And some of the challenges, another issue is that you would go into the specific playlists and do what was requested of you, but the challenges wouldn't pop. So it's just kind of like there was glitches in that end too. So,
so they lock in actual challenge behind the actual season pass.
Yeah, they claimed it was a mistake, but
that's bullshit.
they said they were gonna fix it. So whatever, right?
But
yeah,
that's the first real talk, like a challenge locked behind something.
That's crazy, bro.
And it's like for me, Slomo is like so funny about this, right? We're at this point that when we do talk about Halo Infinite's multiplayer, if somebody comes through and it's just like, why are you complaining? Why are you upset? Blah, 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 blah. The first thing Slomo says is, okay, so we need to see your gamer tag so we can just verify that you actually played this game. And secondly,
are you verifiable?
And secondly, listen, I don't say anything because I'm not like super amazing at multiplayer games or anything, but Slomo's like, if he looks at someone's if he looks at their profile and their KD's looking a little shaky, you know, he typically comes back and says, well, of course you don't see a problem with what they're doing. You're a victim. All right. You're a victim. You don't play this game. You know, he says that crazy shit. And she's like, oh, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't play the game, then why do you want to be a part of the conversation? And more importantly, why do you want to critique people who have an issue with what's going on? Like, it's like non-Destiny players trying to critique Destiny with us. So I'm like, get away from me right now. You know,
Luca, the
every
wars
time
I've fought.
Destiny gets brought up, what I tell people, I say, yo, y'all said the D word.
Yo, I tell people, bro. Yo,
Yeah,
when it comes to, it's 3 games: Destiny, COD, and like an RPG. It depends what RPG, but mainly Destiny, COD. You're not gonna out talk me, man. Like I'm gonna know off rip if you actually play the games. Yeah, I'm gonna know off rip.
It should be like that though, man. Like the same thing like with me, like when it came to like Dragon Ball Fighters, man. I like 2 years into the game and people were still talking about like it was like the first year. I was like, bro, I know you don't play the game anymore. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The game has been patched multiple times now, and I'm like, why are you still talking about 2017, bro? Like we're in 2019. That's where they at.
Like, it's the same thing.
Like, it's just weird to me that people
Barry, y'all remember
Chuck,
Barry, y'all remember Street Fighter 5? Niggas just talk about the launch of Street Fighter 5. They're like, bro, we like 3 years. We like 3 years in with like almost 40 fucking characters.
For the story.
Bro, we're like 3 years in with almost 40 characters, and they still talk about, oh yeah, that launch it didn't happen. My man, we are 3 years in.
No, that conversation, because I was actually going to tournaments playing that shit, bro. That conversation used to trigger me so much, bro. 'Cause I'm like, it's okay if you don't like the game, bro. I'm talking about story mode. Nobody give a fuck about that. Shit was trash anyway. No, like, it wasn't even good.
That's the thing. I remember we was talking about it.
Arcade mode. I'm like, man, if you don't see, like,
I remember we was talking about it a long time ago on like council podcasts and back in the groups. And I'm like fighting games for me, I never really cared about that. Like I'm being real. Like it was always about fighting like my friends, fighting people in arcades, or fighting online. That's always been my thing. Same thing with Call of Duty. I never really care about the story. It's online for me, the mechanics, the game, and the guns and all that stuff.
Fighting games, I'll play a story. You know, I like characters and stuff like that. But yeah, that's not the main.
Not the main
my thing is doing like the challenge missions, the lab, and online.
And fight, bro.
Yep,
that's it.
Yep, that's it.
The story will be like half-assed anyway. It's gonna be like those games are like fucking screenshots basically with text. So it's not like nothing out of it anyway, bro. Walking around, you know, I'm being like that, bro. I mean, Guilty Gear. You ain't even get to play. Like you just sit there and watch the motherfucker. So it's kind of like,
I was gonna do a streaming the story. I was like, you know what? Let me chill.
Like we're gonna be watching the movie, bro. It's just like, but you know, the whole Street Fighter thing, it bugged me, bro. Because I'm like, okay, bro, we get it. You don't like it. You know, you of course you like Street Fighter 4 quotation marks. First, right? You probably even play those games, bro. It's just, everybody was just hopping on this train, bro. And it's like when it comes to anything, if a game come out, bro, it's one or the other. Some people gonna like it, some people gonna hate it, and that's fine, bro. But all this, you talking about a game is bad 3-4 years later, bro? Like let it go.
Nah, my issue with SF5 and how people was complaining is that Capcom came out like months before the game came out. So here's our roadmap. And what we're going to be, how Street Fighter launch is going to entail. Like, you're going to get the game, arcade come next month, the story comes in June, here's these characters coming, and I guess people missed that blog or that article.
No, they didn't want to, bro, they said it multiple times, bro. Like, it just didn't make any sense. And for a game to be hated so much like it, I guess, it had 5,000 people at Evo its first year, bro. So people didn't hate that game, bro. It was just
and it's the second best selling. It probably surpassed Street Fighter 2 now, but
Yeah.
The last time the sales came out was the second best selling Street Fighter game.
It's too many motherfuckers just be fake capping on the internet, bro. Like, oh, this game sucks. This game is bad. And you don't hear me talking about Elden Ring. You know why? Because I ain't play that shit, bro. Like, I don't care.
Like, that's the example I was trying to say. Like, there's people they have a voice because they're entertaining or they're charismatic, right? And they will speak on a certain thing, but you yourself that put in 1,000 hours in this game. You know what I mean? The things that they're saying because they have the actual, numbers behind it, and developers, it will catch your eyes or whatnot. It will ruin your experience listening to people that they don't even play the goddamn game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me get these other super chats real quick. Yo, JFK, appreciate you. He says, Sifu blissfully bodied me to the point I perfected the combat and wanted to beat people up in real life. Woo Shmoda, I'm vengeance. And shout out to Muck. Facts. He says, man, I got so much to say on this topic, ain't funny. And then shout out to Tricelius. He says, that's Tremoka. Yeah, Tremoka. He said, very good show, guys. Always appreciate the entertainment and the voice of reason. You guys may not realize it now, but what y'all doing here it will be some of the first to preserve gaming. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tremoka.
Yeah, real quick, I did want to say this, and I know I mentioned it on a tweet earlier, but like, I really think that what you guys have going in general with What's Up PlayStation and what you guys are doing on your individual channels, it's really good, and I think you guys are going to go a lot further than maybe you think you will. I'm not sure what the thought process is behind it for both of you, but I just want to let you know that, like, once again, the people who decided to slight you or decide to look down on you one way or another because you don't have the quote unquote right opinions, or you don't have the same backing as they do, and who think that they're going to end up on top at the end, they're not, So at the end of the day, people can see what you guys are doing and people vibe with it, and you guys will continue to grow. And soon you're going to get to this point where you're just like, yeah, we have a voice and people are going to listen to what we have to say, and we're not frauding out here like some others. So
yeah, I appreciate it because I didn't see the tweet originally when you said it because I was in my little rant thing. I wanted to talk about PS Plus, but then I saw the whole tweet, the whole Tony thing. So I was going on my rant. And then after the stream, I saw your tweet. I was like, "Yo, that really meant a lot right there, yo." Because that's exactly what I was talking about with these. Let me shut up.
You guys got it, man. It's like not even a question to me. It's not a question to me. You already know the people who support you, support you, and the people who want to look down on you and question your behavior, but are never there supporting you. You already know who they are too. So.
Yeah. Nah, yo, it really means a lot though, Luca. Like, we really appreciate that, and like me and Bari, we say is for the community, by the community. That's why I say, man, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a quote.
Yo, it's my quote, man. Just want to keep it real.
Crazy. Like when it comes to gaming, bro, I think the good thing about gaming is if you surround yourself with good people, you may step out of your comfort zone and try other games or just try to do different things, man, because it's like, damn, you hold these people opinions highly. Yeah. Like Jabari or something, like they play everything, man. Even you, Luke, I'm like, yo, everybody's posting Elden Ring. I almost hit that button, bro. I was like, nah. I'm like, nah.
You hit that button for Tails, though. You hit that button for Tails.
Don't do it, man. I did it for Tails, but I was like, nah, because I don't want to waste my money. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's cool to see, like, people actually enjoying different types of games. It's like you get intrigued, like, damn, that look kind of hot, man. I may kind of fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just like to be around cool people, man. Like drama, like, bro, we've been console warring on, honestly, since like Sega versus Super Nintendo. So stop with this. Console warring is not new.
It ain't a new concept.
It's not new. No. It's just now console warring is on the internet.
I've been doing this forever, bro.
Yo,
you know
facts.
With the Mortal Kombat back in the day.
Chuck, this the thing though. Yo, Chuck, this the thing though. It's not even just like gaming with the quote unquote console. Bro, me and my friends back in the day, who was better, Goku or Vegeta? Raditz and Nappa, napping, like all that stuff was shit we was talking
why
about
would that
all
even
the
be a
time.
question? Why would that? It's always going to be Goku, okay?
I mean, obviously, but you know, it's great
Trash.
conversation.
Come on.
I'm a big
Yo.
Vegeta fan. I've been a big Vegeta fanboy for a long time. So.
Listen,
Chuck, you wanna trigger me?
Vegeta is cooler than Goku.
Absolutely.
But Goku, like, listen, Toriyama Sensei, he just punks Vegeta every instance he can. It's the only I think they're doing good with him with Vegeta. What is it? Ultra Ego? What's going on with him right now?
Oh, yeah,
Ultra
yeah,
Ego
yeah.
is broken.
Yeah.
But like generally speaking, they would punk Vegeta all the time.
Bro,
So
I
it's just
remember-
like I'd sit there like, all right, man, well, whatever.
I remember
Like,
Toriyama said, I remember when he was creating one of the new.
like wins, baby.
He has. I remember when he said he was creating one of the seasons or something like that. He said he forgot about Super Saiyan 2. I said, what?
Yeah.
My best.
I think he also forgot the color of like Trunks' hair, which is why you would sometimes see it as purple or turquoise. I'm like, what? What is going on?
Hey, yo, Toriyama a legend. He a
real talk
legend
though,
though.
he draws and for a lot of like video games
Yeah, he
and
does.
like mangas and so yeah, he a busy dude. You know what I mean? So
But it's the same
when
thing with like
Dragon
it's
Ball
the same
is
thing with
I
like
hear you, but-
like it's but
it's the same thing with like comic books and stuff like that. Like just the debating and going back and forth. You know, who's the best Ranger? Like, you know, was it Tommy or fucking Rocky?
For years, bro.
Who's the best?
Like,
oh
like,
yeah,
all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
man. Like,
Yo,
it's
real
just
talk.
always.
Back in elementary, I used to debate people like saying that Black Ranger was the best. My man Zach, yo, I used to love Zach, bro. That was like the coolest
Zach,
Ranger to me.
bro.
Zach was the coolest
Zach,
Ranger.
man.
Yeah,
I
he
was
had
a
the
Tom-
dope- he
I
had
was
the
a
dope
Tommy
weapon
fanboy.
that turns into the gun.
Bro.
I was a Tommy fanboy. I was a Tommy fanboy.
Oh no,
I
when
was too for
Tommy came through.
Yo,
Well, Tommy came through,
I'm talking Green
Ranger's
Ranger.
the goat,
Yo,
bro.
Chuck,
Green
I'm
Ranger's
talking
literally the
Green
goat.
Ranger Tommy. Like, yo, evil.
That's the goat,
Yo,
bro.
that's the goat.
Oh yeah. Tommy's definitely the goat. When he came through, it's just alright, that's it.
Bro, because
So,
before
party
it
done.
was Red Ranger, and then when Tommy came on the
Jason was
scene,
corny, bro. I ain't like Jason.
hey yo, when
Yeah, I ain't like Jason either. He was just
He was
like the
a cornball,
stale.
bro. I didn't like
He was
that guy.
stale.
He was
Like
the- he was the-
everybody
he
else
was
had
the-
like a different
he was the Boy Scout.
ability.
He was the Boy Scout, but he's the leader, so he had to be like that. He was the Boy Scout.
And he was like Leonardo, bro, pretty much. And I don't like Leonardo either.
Now Leonardo, you disrespecting Leonardo. Leonardo cooler than Jason.
Leonardo.
Trash.
Nah, Leonardo cooler.
And, like, as far as, like,
Donatello
debate,
was
like,
always
people
like my
get
least
so-
favorite.
People are so sensitive nowadays, bro. It's like just because I don't agree with you, like people just kind of go off on these tangents, bro. I'm like, yo, we could debate, bro. Like, I don't have to like what you like, and you don't have to like what I like. And you know, it seemed like it was cool back in. I sound like an old man back in my day, you know what I'm saying? But now it's just like, oh man, I gotta make a 4-hour video now because somebody didn't agree with me and all this other shit. It's just it's
Nah, it's
corny,
not
bro.
even that.
Like,
Now-
I'm
now
like,
It's just how social media is. It's by the virtue of it.
I know.
Nah, but it's different
people
now
have
though, Luca,
lost
because
their-
back in the
real
day.
quick-
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, man. I was just gonna say real quick, people, and I've seen this with like I do follow some younger people, right? And it's like they spend all of their interactions on social media. I've seen them say things like, I don't want to talk on the phone, I get anxiety. I don't want to go out, I have anxiety. I mean, it's not funny, I'm sorry for laughing, but like I'm laughing because like your social skills, they're deteriorating. The more time you spend on here, it just starts to deteriorate, which is interesting because it's like you spend so much time interacting with other people, so you would think that they would get better, but it's like because Twitter especially and Instagram, there's people exist in extremes, so it's difficult to maintain a conversation with someone when they are using like the most insane illogical thought processes when it comes to expressing themselves and their points. So
you know what it is too though, Luca? It's that on social media or on the internet, you're not really yourself. You're not who you you're not who you are. Like everyone pretends to be something else. Oh, like, you know, I'm a millionaire. Oh, you know, I'm 10 feet tall and I'm an astronaut. All this crazy shit. So when it comes to meeting people or being around people in real life, and listen, Barry could tell you, Chuck could tell you, Jamil could tell you, like, yo, we all met in person. It's nothing but laughs and jokes and just good energy and good times. You feel me? And that's the shit that I appreciate, because it's like, yo, being around genuine people like that, man, because you do meet awesome people on the internet, but a lot of these people, their whole life is the internet. They don't, you know, they don't have any type of goal. And I don't mean this in a very disrespectful way, because, you know,
I mean in a disrespectful way.
Well, no, because
social
social media addiction is real. Like that's a real addiction. So I think for
The
a lot of
viral
these,
virus.
yeah, like It's an
Bruh,
addiction.
speak on it. Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, you know, I met Persona, bro, and the first thing I did, I started shooting on him, bro. I'm like, yo, we was just cracking jokes, bro. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
yo,
he was walking past. I was like, they gonna trash Chuck.
I came in guns blazing, bro. First day I met that dude, bro, and I was like, we start vibing, man. We was watching Capcom Cup together. It was dope, bro. Just to actually meet. The same thing with Jamel, man. Me and Jamel and Rel, we went to go eat some chicken, bro, shooting the shit. You know, it's just shit like that. That's dope, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm literally the same person. I talk shit online, shit in person. It's not personal. I'm a very sarcastic person. That's
I had to
who
tread
am,
lightly
bro.
with Persona. I couldn't come right in guns blazing with Persona. Had to come in humble and nice and shit.
Oh nah, he pulled it off though. Once we got to the arcade, man, it was real, man. It was great. It was great.
No,
as
but
fuck,
I think that's just a cool thing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
pretty much for me, I'm the same person, bro. Like, I'm a very bold, upfront person. Like, I'll walk up to you and say, yo, if I see you like shy, I'm that person that I'll walk up to you. What up? Like, that's just how I am.
I was actually all day was talking to me about you, Bari, and he's like, you know, Jay Bari, he's just a really nice guy, you know. He's really genuine, just a genuinely good guy. I'm like, yeah, he is really really nice. So it's like,
yeah, I remember when I met all day too at PSX. I think it was 2017.
He told me he met you too. Yeah,
you're a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he's a really good guy, and it's like for me, I've met so many of my really really good friends off the internet, and it's like it's been awesome, you know. But it's like at the same time, it took time to get there for some of these relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as it should.
Overnight.
Yeah, it didn't happen just overnight.
It shouldn't happen overnight though. Like it shouldn't. It should be something that takes time, because then when you know it's a real friendship, once you do meet in person and y'all vibing or whatever, like, all right, now the friendship is solidified because now you've met in person. So now you can see
and everything is the same basically. Like nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You know, so yeah, it's cool though. I definitely like that, man. Jabari was scared to come when I went twice in a row, but it's cool, bro.
Yo, that's crazy too, bro.
The day me and Chuck meet, yo, Persona, let him know. The day me and Chuck meet, the jokes is gonna go.
Oh yeah. Bari, it's funny too, cause I remember first time I met Bari back in PSX. We was in the car, I roll up. We was like, yo, we looking for a light-skinned white person. We looking for a white person. And then Bari come, well, Bari's really like, yo, when y'all meet Bari in person, the photos don't do justice. The man is really light-skinned, bro. That shit crazy. And like, yo, we see Bari come out the airport. We're like, hey, yo, what's up?
I'm caramel.
Hey, yo, what's up? Yo, it was like 8. We were like 8 deep we was in a Suburban, 8 deep. Hey, yo, we see Bari come out the airport. Everybody just start jumping out the car. All these white people looking at us. I was like,
yo, what these dudes doing? Yo, I'm out here.
Hey, yo, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was fun.
That's just great.
But yo, like I said, I'm a very bold dude. Like, you know, like my personality here on YouTube is definitely gonna match when you meet me in person. Like I'm the type of dude I like to have everybody to have a good time. Like if I see you, I'm the icebreaker dude. You know what I mean? Like I'll definitely break the ice between a lot of things. And I've seen it. Yo, Persona know, like we went to PSX, like, yo, listen, I'm a New Yorker, man.
Hey, yo,
I'm a holler at Shorty.
Hey, yo,
you know what I mean?
Hey, yo, that's a fact, though. When we was at the Capcom, I remember. No. When we was waiting online, yo, my man we was going to get coffee at Starbucks. Man's in the line spitting game. I'm like, yo, this man is a real New York nigga.
Yeah, and I called Persona over. I said, yo, she showed pictures and all that too.
Yo, yeah, she was hella comfortable with two fucking black dudes.
It's a good thing though, man. Like I said, everybody has their crew.
They say light bright in the chat.
It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing, you know. So we kind of gravitate towards certain people, which is fine, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm just appreciative of the people that I've met in this community, man. You meet a lot of weirdos though, bro. Like I met
I noticed one thing. The weirdos, the weirdos is never gonna approach you though. They never will approach you.
Oh, I know that for a fact.
They never,
you know what I'm saying?
They never approach you.
Yeah, they I think the issue with these people who are weird, I don't think they realize how weird they are. I think that's one of the issues too. Like
they ain't got nobody around to check them. That's why everybody's a yes man.
Yeah,
in they
yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I don't think they realize how weird they are. And it's like there are people who for the most part, display normal tendencies, but then they have like weird personality quirks that are just like, this is really off-putting. But it's like, it's true. It's because they have a bunch of people around them who won't check them on things. And it's like I was saying to I was talking to Omar about this, because I was annoyed. I did that post about like frauds and hypocrites and liars or whatever in the community, and how I'd rather be seen as someone who's toxic than be seen as a hypocrite or a liar, right? And he was just like, name these people, Luca. Just name them. I was like, why? So you guys can pretend to get mad and then completely ignore
Oh yeah, I seen
what
that.
this person said.
I,
Like,
I kept scrolling.
like it,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like people do, and this is why I call this a drama community, because it is, right? But people do, and they say really awful things. And if you're cool with them, or if they like the same brand as you, there's going to be people who are like, it's not that big of a deal. I still rock with this person. It's not a problem. Okay. Yeah, he said something awful, whatever. And then it turns into
Oh, I know what you're talking
they're
about.
looking at the other side, and they're looking at their quote unquote perceived enemies, because it's like, this person likes Xbox, so I have this issue with them, or this person likes PlayStation, I have this issue with them, right? And then suddenly it's like, you want to hyperfixate and hyperfocus on the awful things that this person did, while you got a nut job right next to you. You know, your buddy's a nut job too, man. So it's just like, for me, I can't even, you know, and like, I was asked this question, Inner Cheat Code asked me this question. He's like, why do you call people out if it's not to make the community better? And it's like, I call people out for myself. Like, I do it because if I see something that I think is like wrong, I feel compelled to say something, not because I think I'm doing anything to make this place better, because I know I'm not, and it's never going to get better, because I can't change this place. No one person can change this place. And I think people just got to accept
I
that.
also think it's like the drama aspect of it too. It's like,
I agree.
I'm not trying to I don't want my name mixed up in none of that shit, man. Like I'm on the sidelines, man. Like this not 2015. You feel me? I'm on the sidelines. I'm on the sidelines, man.
Yeah,
I'm good,
I'm not
bro.
Dr. Phil. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
I'm good. I tried it. And
I've learned in life, yo, mind your fucking business.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
That's
that's
what I
just
do.
what it is.
I'm on my business.
Like, if
bro.
it's people like I really care about or I really rock with them, yeah, I'm say my 1-2. But if it's somebody that, you know what I mean, like, yeah, we might have interacted or we're just acquaintances or whatnot, let's mind my business. You know,
Yeah,
that's how you
that's
survive
right.
in this world.
Or like, you know what it is too, like,
business.
because me and Barry was talking about this. Checking, like, everything doesn't need to be on the timeline. Sometimes a conversation needs to happen in the back on the back end. Like the crew that we used to run with back in the day, the council. Like, a lot of stuff wasn't at the forefront unless someone put it out there. And the number one rule is don't screenshot chats, right? But if there was problems, it was handled in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? The same thing here. It's like, if you rock with somebody and you want to like pull them to the side, be like, yo, you know, you kind of acting up a little bit, man. You know, dial it back a little bit. It don't need to be something where I'm underneath your post like, oh, you acting like a dumbass. Why are you doing that? No, I DM. It's a DM, and it don't need to be known by anybody. And then either you're gonna change up or you're gonna keep doing what you do. And if you keep doing what you do, I've done my piece. You know, I've done what I can. Either you listen or you don't listen. If you don't listen, then you do what you do, and that's it. That's how I look at
The
it.
cabbed it.
Yeah, or even like, if you're actually cool with this person, I mean, you know, like, if I have an argument with like Slow-Mo, no one will ever know about it, because we take care of it on the phone. We sit down and we have that conversation. Same with All Day, same with Gaming Forte. Like, we have conversations off air. And if I have a problem with something that they've said or something they've done, and it's like not a joke, I'll hit them up personally, and I'm like, I think we should talk about this, like, you know. And it's like, not everybody's your friend. Persona, it's like you were saying, man, not everyone is your friend. And I think some people they don't realize that. And I do feel genuine empathy for the people like that, right? Like, I feel for them, I do. But it's like, there are sometimes like subtle indicators that something's not all right, you know, like something's not all legit, you know. And it's like, you got to learn to trust your instincts. It's like, even if you're really cool with somebody, they could end up being like a sketchy sketcher, you know what I mean? So
not everybody's your friend, and not everything needs an audience.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
A lot of these people, they want to put everything into an audience because are they really sincere about the actual matter or trying to help the person? Nah, they
also therapy.
Basically.
Therapy, man, especially for the fellas, man. Therapy, man. I'm telling you,
hey,
that shit's very important.
Persona
Man.
knows. Persona. Listen, I know we say this a lot. Persona know me well, bro. And Persona, he would know when I get upset at something, or I don't play around with certain things. Like if I look at you as a friend, I ain't gonna go on no Twitter. Let me fire up a space and call out Persona in this bullshit. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna hit him in the DM like, yo, what the fuck you doing, dog? Like you tripping.
No, on some real shit though, because even with like us doing TOA, there's a lot of stuff that would never come to light. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And that's like real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we all cool. So I know I could hit you up, I could hit Persona up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And we disagreed on a lot of things too.
A lot of shit, bro. I'm talking about a lot, bro. A lot. We all different people. We all have a different thought process. You know what I'm saying? And even like an example is kind of like when Persona and Jabbar was doing all these giveaways, bro, and I had to hit these niggas up.
Hey, Chuck was not feeling that shit, bro.
Nah, but real talk though, Chuck was making sense. I was like,
it was making sense. It made sense.
I was telling him, I'm like, yo, this is the only reason these motherfuckers is coming to this stream, fam. Yeah. And I had to shoot it to them straight because I know I could talk and I ain't really beat around the bush. But I'm like, look, bro, it's a good idea, but think about what you're doing, bro. It's taken away from the actual product. People are not even watching the fucking matches. I'm looking at the chat, bro. Everybody's waiting for the fucking next giveaway. So I'm like,
we was giving hella games, yo.
I mean, early TOA was crazy, bro. I'm talking about games.
It was
games.
Christmas every other Saturday, bro. It was Christmas every other Saturday, bro.
I think it's when Chuck had to host his own, I forgot what tournament you was hosting. Cause Persona was.
I remember it was Tekken.
Okay. And Chuck was like, "Yo, listen, I ain't gonna give away no 7 that goddamn games."
Yo, I think between me and Bari, it was like an additional 200 a piece in games more. That's crazy.
And I'm just like, bro. I'm like, look, man, we could put in on something, bro. Probably 2, but I'm not doing that, bro, because I feel like it's not productive for what we're trying to do. Because I look at other people doing the same thing we're doing. It's like they
ain't doing no giveaways.
You know what I'm saying? And they have high viewership because they're actually focused on the matches. This is shit like that I know I could come at them like that and they understand. It's like it's not me saying that I can't do it or whatever. I just don't want to do it.
That's
straight up facts.
Nah, he did.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, for me, okay, I know you guys are talking about a specific tournament, but I don't do giveaways very often on the show. But when I do, I never say anything on Twitter about it, and it's right smack dab in the middle of the show on a random Saturday. By the way, we're just gonna go ahead and give this away. There you go, guys. You
do surprise joints.
Yeah, because it's it's my people. I know that they rock with me. You know what I mean? So
I get you.
Yeah, I get that.
Nah, like I said, it's always good to have people like that in your life where you could kind of express yourself and they won't get butthurt. It may be a little pushback, but it's not like they actually listen to what the hell you're saying instead of. It's kind of like they're. How can I say they
more receptive?
Yeah, there you go. Perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So they understand, look, man, if I'm coming at you like this, it's for a reason. I'm not just doing it just to do it, and that's what I'm saying. I don't really rock with a lot of people on that, bro, because, I just...
You know what it is, too, man? A lot of people are really weird,
fake
man.
From a mile away, bro. I mean, I've hit Persona... Me and Persona be in the Twitter DMs. He'll hit me, be like, "Do you hear this guy?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's just shit like that because it's fake, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you trying to portray yourself like this on the internet when it's not even necessary? What are you trying to prove? I don't understand the point of getting that angry at somebody on the internet. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I don't understand I could understand it from a comedic standpoint where you're just doing it for okay, I'm doing this in order because just to mess around with my people, but to be I think you're like to be genuinely angry to the point where you're threatening people or calling them slurs. That's pretty insane.
Crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And it's really based off of, it's supposed to be about video games, but it then turns into something else. And I'm like, I don't. You can have a heated debate, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I've debated a lot of people, you know, and shit that I know, of course. But it's not like I'm gonna go out my way to call you like a. You know, I may call you a dumbass, but I don't mean it literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, let me get these super chats real
That's how I
quick.
look at it. You know?
You're a dumbass, respectly.
Hey, yo, let me get these super
You're
chats.
actual dumbass. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's not literally.
Metaphorically,
you know
metaphorically, you're a
talking
dumbass.
about, you sound stupid.
You know,
Hey, yo, hold on, let me get these super chats real quick.
Yeah, sure. I have something to say, but once you're done.
Yo, Viper, appreciate you. He says, Bari, Persona, Sick, and Thrash, they laying the foundation for something greater. With your powers combined, you can be Captain Planet, PlayStation. LOL. And then shout out to JFK TV. He says, mental health is mental wealth. And as the naive optimist that I can't help to be, I'm out here to ensure we all eat one bite at a time. Appreciate you, JFK. Go ahead, Luca.
absolutely. Watch your carbs, though.
Facts. Go ahead, Luca.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, and another thing is like you guys know I'm cool with like pretty much almost everybody, every one of the content creators in our community, even though like they're not cool with each other, you know what I mean? And what gets me is when people hit me up and they're like, Luca, why aren't you calling so-and-so and so-and-so out for this really stupid thing that they said, or this dumb thing, or this thing I perceive to be inappropriate? And I say to them like, listen, man, this guy's my friend, so if I have an issue with what they said, I'm talking to them behind the scenes. I'm not doing it for an audience.
Exactly.
And people don't understand that. Like I said, people like there's a lot of people who don't like that I'm cool with Thrash, and they're like, Luca, why don't you say something to him publicly and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no. If I have an issue with something he's doing, I talk to him behind the scenes because we're on that level, you know.
Yeah,
same with
facts.
same with anyone. If I have an issue with something you're doing and I consider us cool, I'm hitting you up privately. I'm not going to say something in fucking person in order to try and get like my followers behind me or whatever, or any of that extra shit. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's a different relationship, and people don't like that. They don't like hearing that. But it is like, it's just, I have a different relationship with them than other people do. So I'm going to talk to them. I'm not going to do something for the entertainment of the community, you know?
Yeah, I'm the same way, Luca. I'm the same way. I'm going to hit you up privately. I don't need an audience. I don't need Twitter space or nothing like that, or a public tweet. You ain't even going to know about it. Like, we spoke.
Yeah,
it's handled. That's it.
It's not like we don't enjoy those spaces, though. I mean, I'll be in them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's basketball vibes.
Monday, especially on a Monday, bro. I be needing those, man.
Hey, yo, facts, bro. Hey, yo, today's space, y'all was in the office today, so today's space.
Strictly.
Today's space had me rolling, boy. Oh my God, I was in the office in tears.
I don't spend that much time in spaces anymore, just because the threatening to kill people thing got a little bit too much for me. That's all. You know what I mean? So.
Game trailers, or game heroes, he call himself now.
Oh, he did that too?
Yeah, that's what he called himself.
From what I heard, like game trailers was threatening some dude to like shoot him in the head or something.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't, like the thing. I see, and the fact of the matter is, I was like, who did what? And it's like I'm not even surprised about it because he's not the only person who's done something like that. So it's just like, for me, I'm just like, I'm not interested in listening to that rhetoric. I mean, at this point, I enjoy arguments and back and forths and stuff like that. I think it's fun. But when it gets to that level, I'm like, well, I'm not like a fake gangster. So let me go ahead and get on out of here.
I like a good debate. Like real talk, like in my nature, I love to debate. You know what I mean? I can debate about anything. But a lot of these people, they just don't know how to debate, so they quickly go to like the violence, and which they're not going to do shit. But
they're not going to do anything. That's why I be like, you ain't. They really be like just telling on themselves, bro. Like, oh, I'm gonna come get your mom. I'm like, bro, you're not going to do anything. It sounds good because you have an audience, but you're not going to do anything.
You know, it's one thing in spaces too. Like, you could be having like a cool discussion or a back and forth or whatnot, but then when you see the people start piling up, that person now all of a sudden get rah-rah, they getting all, animated, like, yeah, relax. You wasn't like that.
For the gram, bro. Doing it for the gram. That's
it's just because, like, they don't... The one beautiful thing about spaces is that I've met some good people from there, right? And that's great. That's been great. But most of it has been pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, you know, because it's people who are not used to having like a voice coming through, and they want to give you their entire life story. They're like, when I was a young man, blah 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 blah. I'm just like, okay, man, that's not. We are talking about cupcakes right now. What are you going on about? You know what I mean?
They're trying to prove something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get it. I get why people do it, because you want this person to know about you. You know what I mean? Here's all my biography. Here's my past book report, or whatever they want to call it. And it's just like, nah, man. You don't need to keep doing. My issue is that you keep doing it in every space.
Exactly.
If you're new,
it's fine, bro.
all right,
like,
cool.
Okay, but we get it, bro.
Yeah, it's just like
I went in new space and I was like, yo, I come up in here and I give these background stories every single day. It's like playing a sequel and you have to go through the tutorial. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we've been here. We did it.
Salute, bro.
The thing that they don't realize is, like, if you just offer an interesting perspective and you're well spoken enough, there will be people who find you like interesting enough to reach out to. So it's like Connor. I liked listening to what Connor had to say.
Yeah,
so I reached out to him and I was like, I like hearing your perspective. Would you like to join me on my show sometime? You know? And it's like, yeah, I met Stone through the spaces too. But like Stone, like Strictly essentially vouched for her, you know, you and Strictly did Persona. So I was like, all right, she seems like she's all right. So, and then I heard her in the space. I was like, okay, she seems pretty cool. Let's just go ahead and let's talk and see where this goes. And as you guys are aware, me and her are pretty close. So
yeah, she cool. I met her through Strict, like Strict.
Yeah, through Strict.
Cause like I met a couple. That's how I met. So the way I met Dimes is crazy as fuck. So when the PS5s were coming out, I had 4. And so Strict said one of his homegirls needed one. So Dime, she DM'd me and like, yo, I need a PS5. Too, yeah, she's great peoples. And I told her the price. She said, okay, no fighting. I was like, all right. And yo, ever since then, we just been hella cool.
That's
Stone, I met her because like, you know, they Steelers fans. So like I would always see her on the timeline when the Steelers time or when football season. And we just followed each other, and she liked gaming, I like gaming. We vibing and that shit. I was just like, all right.
Yeah, like, dude, if you're interesting enough and you're chill and you speak well and you offer an interesting perspective, that will gain people's attention. Like, you don't got to do anything extra. You don't got to be tough. You don't got to threaten folks. You don't got to give your backstory. Just be interesting enough, and you're good. Like, you're Gucci. You're all right, man.
Yeah, one thing I figured out, just like from my perspective, is like I did like 2 spaces, right? Fighting game content, you know, and like after I did it, they'd be like, people hit me up like, "Hey, man, I really appreciate you doing that because we don't really have those type of spaces. I don't ever see them and stuff like that." So I'm meeting like new people. I'm more like a chill type of guy, you know. I really don't like attention like that, you know. If I'm cool with you, cool. If not, it is what it is. I'm not gonna try to force anything. I think that's what a lot of people try to do is look at me, be friends with me. I'm cool. I'm like, you don't have to do
You know what
that,
it is,
bro.
Chuck? A lot of people in this community, you know what it is, Chuck? A lot of people in this community, they use that we family bullshit too much too.
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling people, stop saying that shit to people. Like, everybody will be in a space. We all family, brothers, sisters. We ain't no fucking family. Like, yo, nah, we're not family, bro. Like, nah, we're not doing that bullshit.
Brother. That's my sister.
That's like, yo, that's
You
something
know
that you
this person
hold
for
in
2
high
weeks.
regard. Yeah, like
no,
that.
but like, no, literally
that
though,
shit crazy,
it's like,
bro. Fuck out of here.
It's the worst thing ever, because it's like you'll hear someone say, "This is my family, it's my brother," and blah 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 blah, and then a couple weeks later, so yeah, we've had a falling out because I found out something completely awful about them.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
A lot, actually. That actually happens a lot, and I see it a lot too. That's kind of crazy.
Yo, shit, it could be even something simple too. It could be a gaming disagreement.
Yep.
They have a fallout. They're not cool no more.
Or because they
like
talking,
that.
or because they talk to people you don't like. Oh yeah, nah, we ain't family no more. Like, what? Y'all were just family, brothers and sisters, and all this bullshit like 2 weeks ago. Yo, stop, ladies and gentlemen, stop using that family bullshit. Like, please stop, bro. Like, I'm not. No disrespect, but I'm not your family.
I don't have to say it.
I'm not saying you don't use it, but you stop using it so.
Nah, they use
that
that shit too freely, bro.
Exactly.
You meet somebody in the chat.
It should mean something.
Yeah, like people come into a space like once, twice, 3 times a week. Oh, that's my fam. Nah, bro. Nah. Stop that, man. Because that's how shit get misconstrued. Where you start opening up to people. Then next thing you know, a space is 2 weeks later talking about how you fucking pissed the bed or some stupid shit because you fucking confided in this person.
12 years old.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that shit crazy, bro. It's like you fucking confided in this person. This shit is crazy, bro.
Thing too, a lot of these people don't even know how these people look.
Yep.
They just like, oh, this is my fan. Like they using like a anime pic or whatever pic. You know what I mean? They don't know how these people look. Crazy.
It's
Yo,
crazy
you don't know how none of these
I mean,
people
it's always
look,
gonna
bro.
be good and the bad and everything. That's how I look at life. So, you know, I like to tend to focus on the good. I feel like social media has done wonders, man. I would never.
Oh yeah, facts. Like,
I never would met Jabari or Persona or Jamil or, you know, Strictly or anybody if it wasn't for social media, bro, because we all on different parts of the US. I think that's the beauty of it, man. Like when you can connect with somebody on the internet, because, you know, we come from the age where we was outside, bro. Like
outside all day.
We was outside, bro. So this whole internet thing, you know, and then seeing how it progressed over the years is actually kind of crazy, you know.
Yo, it's funny too, Chuck, because the way how I met Luca was Luca was calling me out, quote unquote, calling me out. J Bar. She tried. You know what I mean? Yo, because I remember when like Erica Cut for the Win, she did a video on like cloud streaming, and I made a comment. I was going to the supermarket, and I made a comment. I was like, why is Erica saying that PlayStation doesn't? Like she was saying, it's like Microsoft is like the lead in like, you know, in the game cloud streaming, but they didn't even have like a product out there yet. PlayStation for like years. So I was criticizing. I was like, why would you just ignore, you know, the 5 years that PlayStation been doing cloud streaming and whatnot? But I didn't tag her in there, like at her name, because I was trying to, you know, when you're on Twitter.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, I was typing the ER and see if it will just, you know, populate. But it wasn't populating. I was like, nah, that's not her. So I was like, you know what? Let me just say her name. And then Luca was like, why don't you add her? I was like, oh, shit.
And I was right to say it too. I was like, so what you doing here, buddy? She's right there. I'll give you her ad. Here you go. What's going on?
And I was like, yeah. I mean, I subscribe to a channel. I'm watching the video. I'm just critiquing the video.
Oh,
and, people took that as beef though. They was like, yo, you got beef for her? And people was attacking her. I never attacked her. I never called her out her name or nothing like that. But yeah, people was like, yo, oh yeah, she's like this and this. I'm like, damn, bro.
You're like, I was just talking about her video, man. I don't know.
I'm just simply talking about the video. These dudes was like really attacking. I'm like, oh shit. They was trying
to sink her battleship, boy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, it was crazy. I was like, you know, I should delete this tweet because it was crazy in the comments. It was coming at her hard.
Oh, no,
yeah, that's why you got to be really mindful of if you're going to talk about someone or critique them. Like for me, it's like we did a stream Monday, and we brought up some tweets between Rand and Jez and who else? Yeah, Rand and Jez and Fonz and Gaz. And I had to tell my chat, I was like, listen, guys, however you may feel about these two, you know, do not get disrespectful in my chat. On one hand, because I don't tolerate that in general, but secondly, me and Rand are really good friends, you know? And I'm really cool with Jez too. So it's like, I'm not going to tolerate people disrespecting them. So you gotta be really mindful. But yeah, I do remember that, Jabari. But yeah, I just figured, I was like, I don't know what he's doing, but I'll just go ahead and at her for him.
But we became mad cool after that. Yeah. I was like, oh, she's actually mad cool. Like I respect people that's like forward, you know what I mean? Like they don't shuck and jive or, you know, tuck their tail between their legs and anything like that. Like you tell her how it is.
Yeah.
Oh no, Luca gonna tell her how it is. Trust and believe.
Go ahead, buddy. Yeah. People are afraid of confrontation. Generally speaking, I know it's hard to believe because like there's back and forths all the time on socials, but for the most part, like most people do not want to get into an argument with somebody. They'd rather just things be chill and things just be like, all right, you know, like let's just move on to something else. So it's like, but for me, I am someone who is very much someone who enjoys debating and confrontation. I think it can be fun, so I enjoy doing it. So I don't have any issues talking. And it's like, even if I don't like someone or something that they've said or anything like that, I don't have any issues talking to anybody on this site, except for like a couple of people, but only because of the things that they said were just so off-putting that I have no interest in trying to converse with them and reach an understanding. So
that makes a lot of sense. I mean, like for me, I just feel like, you know, if you can't discuss things without getting crazy, you know, that you shouldn't be on the internet, bro. Some people just need to log out. It's okay just to log out. Go take a break, you know, go outside, go do what you gotta do.
What's the dog again?
Yeah.
That's the dog.
No, I agree with that.
Yo, Chuck, train that dog, yo.
Hey, yo, somebody at the door, the dog gonna let you know, boy. That is a trained dog. He letting his master know, like, yo, somebody at the door. Like, who
what that chihuahua gonna do, man?
It's like, you know, somebody at that bar can let you know somebody at the door. Somebody on some bullshit. You feel me? That's a trained dog.
You're right.
But yo, this has been such a much needed and I love this show. And I appreciate y'all coming through, man, rocking out with us.
Sure, man.
Yo, I know we can keep going all night, pause. You know, but I know everybody got shit they gotta do. So, yo, let's get into these outros, man. Luca, give us your outro. Start us off.
Yes, thanks so much for having me. I had a great time. You guys can find me on Twitter at the Ashton Luca. And then I have a YouTube channel, also at the Ashton Luca. I run a podcast called Scumcast. It's every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about gaming in the first half, and then we'll discuss like social issues, politics, entertainment, anything that may be going on in the current day. We talked about Kendrick's album last week, so like that's an example there. I also host these one-off shows called Scum on Ones.
Legendary.
They're a lot of fun. They've been a lot of fun the last month and a half or so, and it's like I'll go live during the week in the morning, and we'll discuss like whatever hot topic is going on socials. So we talked about the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing, and then we've had other conversations as well. So those are a lot of fun. So, you know, I mostly just do long form podcast style videos, and it's a good time, generally speaking.
Yeah, it is. Those Scum on Ones be legendary. I think the best one is definitely the one where you had that toxic dude on.
I know. That was like a 5-hour stream too.
Yes, it was. It was legendary though.
It was good, yeah.
Yo, Jamil, give us your outro, bro.
Yeah, I have nothing to promote, but I just want to say, you know, everything that you guys do is definitely culture building. You know, I enjoy it, whether I agree with y'all or think y'all fucking crazy. It's enjoyable because I know where it's coming from. You know what I mean? Shit, I know where it's coming from. And just to kind of emphasize like why I feel so strongly about it and feel like it's more culture than it is anything else. Like, I don't know Luca, for example, but I've actually consumed some of her content before. Like, you find,
yes.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. Like, I just, you know, I'm just randomly in a YouTube rabbit hole. And I'm like, I think I've heard this name. You know what I mean? It's like, you never know who's watching, who's listening. And as long as the integrity's there, then we're building something, because I think that we've turned the corner in the last decade where it's becoming culture. And I think that, you know, people haven't really realized it yet. So, you know, once we get to that point, I feel like we're going to have these arguments and this craziness for the next 10 years or so. And then at some point, we're going to realize like, hey, we got so much power, you know, and the things that you guys are doing, you know, even with Trash Chuck's channel coming up, Trash Chuck, you know, even his stuff, you know, it's building a culture, you know what I'm saying? And I think that we're going to see the fruits of all of this labor down the line for the next generation of people. Like, when my son starts gaming, it's going to be different for him when he really gets into it and understands it. It's because this stuff is foundational and it doesn't seem like much. You know, somebody might be out here with 200 subscribers and think that it's nothing, but it'll be something soon.
Yeah.
You know, and if not for you, it'll be for somebody else.
I agree, 100%. Yo, Chuck, man, give us your outro, man.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me on, man. You know, your boy was here at home today, so I'm like, let me hop in with my boy. Of course, Plus on Block is coming back June 3rd, man. Fighting Game Podcast, if you guys are into fighting games. definitely slide through, man. Make sure you sub to the channel.
Sir.
With me and my boy Dre. But like I said, I support everybody, man. I try to listen to podcasts as much as I can. Even if I don't comment, I always like. If I see it on Twitter, I'm gonna retweet it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely enjoy gaming content, man. It's a lot of good ones out there. It's a lot of trash ones out there too, but it's a lot of good ones. You know, I definitely appreciate all you guys in the work week to week. I know it's hard to do that constantly and be consistent and everything like that. So big ups to the community, man. Shout out to everybody in the panel tonight, man. I hope you guys have a good night.
Yo, that's facts though. Like a lot of times, like I'll say what's up, like in the chat just to let people know I'm there. But then like I won't respond to nobody, and that's because I'm gaming while I'm listening. Like I normally game while I'm listening to the podcast or shows, so I miss out or I just lurk. So I be in the chats, man. Trust and believe.
Yeah, you never know who might be listening.
Oh yeah. Trust. That's a fact. I don't know if Strictly's still here. I know he in the Discord, but I know he said he had to leave. I think Strick gone.
Yeah, I don't think he's here.
Yo, Barry, man, give us your outro, bro. You've been putting out a
Strictly
lot of
said
content
he
too.
cooking some fried chicken, so he don't want to be too loud with all that popping in the background.
Hey, that's how you know it's cooking right though, when it's the popping, man. You know, it's proper.
Yes, sir. But nah, man, good show, Persona, man. Definitely a cool conversation that's conversing with everybody here. Shout out to Luca, my man, Jamel. I mean, uppercase J. I keep saying Jamel. Uppercase J, my man Chuck, plus some block coming. Very happy for those guys to bringing that back. And Luca the Scum of Ones is legendary. But nah, man, like I said, good convo. We'll chop it up later.
Hey, yo, real talk. Sometimes I be hoping for some crazy shit that happened in the community. 'Cause I know Luca gonna go live. So I be like hoping, like, yo, I hope some crazy shit pop off. 'Cause I know. As soon as it pop off, I would see that tweet from Luca like, "Hey guys, 11 a.m. We're going live."
Crazy to happen.
I know, like I at least got 2 hours, bro.
Yo,
I know I at least got 2 hours,
yo,
bro. So I'll be happy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, boys. It's always a good time. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I be wanting some crazy stuff to happen too. I'm like, damn, I'm bored. Can something happen so I can go live?
Yo, I think it was like 2 days ago. It was like 6-7 o'clock. And no space was happening. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the space is at? What did y'all like? Yo, ain't no Java space not going on right now. Somebody get some.
The drama came. The drama definitely came.
Really tired, bro.
Especially what I learned from this morning. I think yesterday they had some drama.
Really? We'll talk about that off stream. Yo, listen, everybody. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Shout out to the panel, impromptu man panel, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Really appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to the new member, Jazzy Jefferson. Appreciate you. And shout out to everybody, the super chats, the lurkers, the subs, everything. I appreciate y'all, man. Listen, at the end of the day, man, the question of what is a gamer? It is a gamer. A gamer is someone who plays games. End of story. There is no other definition. There is no other nothing. That is the end all be all. That is definitive. That is absolute. That is gospel. And it doesn't matter how long, as long as you gaming. And I hope y'all enjoyed this show, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. Saturday morning, What's Up PlayStation podcast with me and Bari. Don't miss that because it's too much news. It's gonna be a good show. And then my Soundfall impressions, I'm gonna drop that Friday. I got enough content. I got enough footage, so I'm gonna drop that Friday. So good look out for that. And I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Have a great night. And I'll see y'all next time. It's been your boy Persona.
Bye.
And I'm out. Peace.